used to do on pay-per-view.
Yes.
And then when it gets time to be paid, the fighters get very little percentage of the money.
Probably about 3%, maybe, if we're lucky.
Your point is that Mike Tyson used to go on pay-per-view and make, I don't know, how many
20,
millions?
25, 30 million.
And you're not looking for 30 million,
No,
but you're saying
I'm
if I can...
for a fair cut, you know?
If you can generate 30 million, maybe you'll get 10 of it.
Exactly.
So what do you think the average... now that Ultimate Fighting is even more popular than boxing, I would say, and you're one of its biggest stars, how much do you think you should be getting per fight?
You know, it ranges. A percentage of 10 to 20 to 30%. You know, just a fair share is what it deserved. I think.
What'd you get paid for in your last fight?
$210,000.
$210.
Yes.
And the guy you fought got $210?
No, I think he made maybe $25,000. I'm not 100% sure.
$25,000. And how much do you think the fight generated?
I don't know. Hopefully we hit 1 million pay-per-view buys. I'm hoping.
1 million pay-per-view buys. So how much does it cost for a special? About
$50.
$50.
Yeah.
And if there's 1 million buys, I'm going to do some quick math. Give me a second.
Go ahead. It's not that hard.
Now, I know 5 and 0 is 50.
Oh,
okay,
Howard,
we start with that.
really
50
easy.
times 1 million. That's $50 million.
Good
wow,
for you.
That's pretty
All right,
good,
so it took me a minute. I mean, who wouldn't have to think about it? You don't want to get the wrong answer.
Yeah.
So you're saying in a fight that generated $50 million, you got paid $200,000.
Yes. We get a little piece of pay-per-view, but that's just hoping that we do 1 million pay-per-view buys.
So then you go on the air and you're not afraid of any man, and you go on and you talk about your boss, that guy, what's his name, Dana?
I don't remember his name. I really don't.
He's at the point of not even mentioning the guy's name.
Yeah.
Are you guys involved in a lawsuit or something?
No, not at all. I'm continuing a different chapter of my life, and
wow, you won't even
He's
mention the guy's name.
erased him.
Yeah,
You're gonna pretend you don't remember this guy's name.
Yeah, no, he's Howard. I mean, when you used to be at your old radio station, you didn't like the people you worked with either, so that's why you're to a bigger and better place, like Sirius.
Right.
Who did you used to work for? You don't know.
I don't remember their name.
Exactly. Same thing. I'm in the same situation.
No, I used to work for, Viacom.
Right.
I understand that. Listen.
And you spoke out. You spoke your mind, and I'm speaking my mind, and I'm in the same situation.
So are you considered a troublemaker in your industry?
Of course.
You are.
Yeah, if you don't go with the company, you're against the company.
What company are you with now?
I'm with the Tito Ortiz company.
Good idea. In other words, what you're saying is, if you choose to fight someone, maybe set up your own pay-per-view.
I'll be doing my own promotions, and I'll be co-promoting with possibly some other companies that have already started their businesses.
Well, who are you going to fight? That's the question. Yeah.
We got to find the toughest guy possible.
Who is the toughest guy around beside yourself?
There's a bunch of guys who are very tough, You got to look at the ones who are going to sell the most tickets.
You ever lose to anyone?
Of course. Actually, I just lost 2 weeks ago, Howard. I lost a decision to a guy who ran away from me. If anybody got to see the match, he ran away from me for 3 rounds. And
you lost the decision. Do you think it was because the guys who you work for?
100%.
You do?
They put me against a guy who would run away from me and try to pick points. And anybody watched the fight, I came to fight. I tried to press the fight. There's a few times I was like, come on, man. Stop pussing out. Let's fight.
What's the best way to fight a man? Let's say I'm in the street. I've got to fight a guy. What's the most damage I can do? Sock him?
The best way
Chuck Zito told me to punch a guy in the jaw here, and you'll knock him out.
Yeah, I usually talk my way out of it. I'm like, hey,
on the street, you talk.
Yeah,
but give
you
advice
have
to pussies
well,
like
all of
me.
a sudden, someone pulls a gun on you. You'd be pulling Matrix and stuff and dodging bullets.
Yeah,
I don't know that move yet.
But a pussy guy like me, I get one shot at this. What's the best thing I can do in a street fight?
Talk your way out of it.
Talk my way out of it.
Of course.
Oh, boy, that always
So you
works.
got the best weapon already.
Well, the best thing is just kill the anger right off the bat and go be positive and try to reinforce good nature around it, and you'll solve it right there.
After your last fight, you were not allowed to do a press conference after the fight. Why is that?
I thought we lived in the United States of America, right?
Yeah, we do live in the United States of America.
I thought so last time I looked, and I walked up and they're like, you can't come in. I mean, you can't come in.
Who told you can't come in?
One of the ladies who worked for the UFC. And
because you're a troublemaker.
No, I'm not a troublemaker. I speak my mind, and I'm not going to hold anything back. She's like, you can't come in here. I'm like, well, you better call security, because last time I looked, this is United States of America. Went and sat down, and they'd done everything in their power trying to not let me be in there.
Who's going to be able to stop? A woman stopped you from getting up there and making your
She tried to.
Press conference, but you did get up.
Yeah, I went and sat down, and I was like, you guys got to call security because I'm not leaving. I've been to, the last 11 years, over 25 press conferences after my fights, and you guys are not going to let me be in this press conference? Get security.
At the press conference, did you say, I feel I won the fight and that I was given this decision because of my business relationship with the UFC?
I didn't go that far. I'm not looking for excuses, I lost the fight, plain and simple. The guy ran away from me the whole time. I tried to, conflict with him and, get a fight going. That's what we came there to entertain the fans who watched the fight. And it didn't come down to that. He ran away, picked his points, and when he scored on me is when I was out of position.
All right, fair enough. You're a brave man to get in the ring with anyone.
Thank you so much.
You, of course, everyone knows you bang Jenna Jameson on a regular basis.
It's my woman, Howard.
That is your woman?
Yes, sir.
You are not going to get married to her?
Nah, we don't need to get married. No extra pressure.
She says she wants to have children, though.
Yes, we are working on that.
You are?
Yes.
Why is there a delay?
You're currently working on it.
Why is there a delay?
Yes.
Well, this last year we've been very, very busy. So this
Too busy to bang?
No, that's every day. Come on, Howard.
You bang her every day without a rubber?
Of course.
Okay, and you blow your load inside of her. I take it, right?
Crazy,
right? You don't pull out. Do you pull out? You do not.
Do you pull out?
No. I wear a rubber because I don't want to get my woman pregnant. I don't want more kids. I've had 3 kids. Now, you're in a different situation. Yes. So what I'm saying is when you're actively trying, you're a man's man, that full load, I know you must have a huge load, a big set of balls.
That's what she said, yeah.
And you have not impregnated her yet. I would think a man of your stature, a man of your prowess, would have impregnated her on the first try.
Right.
Much as I did when I had my children.
Right.
Now,
we will. We're working,
Is it your problem or Jenna's?
I don't think it's either of our problem. It's just, there's a time for God to put us in the right position, the right time.
So you blame God?
I don't blame God.
Are you doing the things like taking the temperature every day so you know?
We haven't got to that point yet. Right now, it's more of it's a fun loving, as you could say.
I see.
Right, yes. You haven't taken her temperature yet.
Yeah,
believe me, that can be fun too.
Yeah, right.
If you can't conceive, will you adopt?
I think the next step after that is going to having someone else possibly having a kid for us.
Surrogate.
Yes, possibly. You never know.
What about Robin? It's your surrogate.
I'm not a surrogate.
Robin, you actually look great. You lost a lot of weight. You look very, very good. I'm very proud of you.
You made a statement recently that you and Jenna are now investigating Scientology.
You always got to find interest to something, I mean, as a kid growing up, I looked at Mormons. I mean, Christianity. I mean, Lutherans. I did through all that.
Why are you and Jenna Jameson investigating Scientology? You told me you'd come back here and tell me what you found in your investigation.
I found it's a little bit of everything that people believe in.
Yeah. So you're not a Scientologist?
No.
Are you thinking of becoming a Scientologist?
Maybe. I don't know.
Possibly. Wow. E-meters, a whole thing.
No, not that much. That's a little too much intense to it.
What do you mean?
Yeah, it's a little too intense. I know. You know what? I believe in just being a good man, and treating people with respect and help others around you. And, I think God put us on this planet for that reason.
Tito, you've written an explosive new book.
Yes. I was working on it last time I was on here with you.
It's called This Is Gonna Hurt. It's in stores now. I'll tell you about Tito's book signing. I know a lot of fans want to go out and say hi to Tito.
Sure.
Is Jen in town with you for the book signing?
Yes, she is.
Will she show up to the book signing?
I think she will.
What will she wear to the book signing? Will she wear panties?
Of course.
She's a wild girl.
Yeah, she's calmed down a whole bunch. She's a different woman. Oh, she's a totally different girl.
Why, in God's name, and do you address this in the book, why did you wait a month to bang Jenna Jameson? Explain
respect
that.
Value.
Respect.
It's respect value.
It's a woman who enjoys sexuality. You can respect a woman and bang her on the first night.
Yeah, but it's a big difference, man.
He wanted to be different.
Different?
Yeah.
Different?
Yeah.
That's what they say every day, I guess.
I don't know. I want to be different.
No, with me, it's a big respect value, and I respect her a whole bunch.
Did she think you were gay because you did not have sex with her?
I hope not. Jeez.
It probably made her crazy.
I'd be the toughest gay guy in the world, that's for sure. Wow.
Why, you don't think there are any gay men in the UFC?
Of course there is. I think that one guy who I don't like might be gay. Oh, wait, he's married. My bad.
There you go. So you're wrong. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you say in your book, too, you cheated on your first wife.
Yes.
You did. You admitted that.
Yes.
That's not an easy thing to admit.
It was, when I wrote this book, the reason was I had a lot of skeletons in the closet, a lot of built up aggression towards my parents, and it was time for me to get my therapy out.
Why the aggression to the parents?
Because, at a young age, from the age of 6 to about 13, seeing them using heroin and being around gangs and the stuff that I got subdued to at a very young age, I shouldn't have been there, and I had a lot of anger towards my parents because of what they put me through. And my mother wrote me a letter when I was 25. She actually took me away from my father, and we moved back to Huntington Beach, and she got clean. And that's when I got back into wrestling and stuff, and that's what saved me. And I got to thank my mother, for her being a complete heroin addict, to cleaning herself up and changing her whole lifestyle because of me for my future. I thank her 100%, you know.
Well, yeah, I mean, the heroin addiction is a pretty strong grip, and the fact that she did something for you as opposed to herself.
I mean, she was with my father for 15 years, and that's very unselfish of her to do what she did and, you know, give me a second chance at life.
Let me understand something, Tito. So you're saying when you were growing up, your mom and dad were both on heroin?
Correct.
And they abandoned you?
Pretty much, you know. I'd be there to be fed, you know, have clothes on my back to get to school. You know, I never brought people over my house because I was embarrassed because we were living either in a trailer park or living in a motel, or, you know, it's just...
Would you go home and see your mom shooting up? And so, I mean, would she try to conceal it from you?
Yeah, they try to conceal a little bit, but, you know, you smell the matches burning. I mean, to this point in my life, I can't stand sulfur at all.
Right.
Sulfur smell, it drives me freaking nuts.
It's funny. You could have either gone either way. You could have become a heroin addict and joined in on the action, or rebelled, and you were a strong-minded man enough to say, I'm not going to take this and make this my lifestyle.
Oh, for sure. I mean, there was a point in my life, there was 3 choices I had to make, you know. Be dead or in jail.
Right.
Be in gangs and on drugs.
Right.
Or be where I am right now. Well, I'm sitting here in Howard Stern's show, and I've came a long way in my life. You know, I'm living the American dream. You know, people say that you're destined to greatness when you are. Well, no, you take choices in your life to make those destinies happen.
So your father, you don't have a relationship with?
Actually, Howard, I spoke to him about 5 months ago, the first time in 6 years.
Why do you think he got in touch with you?
I got in touch with him.
I see. You had told him, no way I'm being in touch with you. You wrecked my childhood.
Yeah, it was just, I had a lot of hatred towards him, and it's time to really suck it up and face your anger and face your demons. And, you know, I went and sat and talked to him for about a good 3 to 4 hours, and, you know.
Did you ever beat him up?
He quit on us. He quit on us.
Did you ever beat him up?
Never.
Never punched him in the face?
Never. You
wanted to?
No, I never did.
Think that's why you were a great fighter? You were really punching your dad and your mom
I was a great fighter because I have my older brothers, you know, Marty and Jim and Mike, who used to beat my ass every single day.
In a way, if they beat your ass and you fight back, you become a great fighter.
I remember my brother Marty, I remember asking him, I'd be crying, "What do you beat me up for?" He's like, "So you could be a tough kid and you take care of yourself when you get older." And I was like,
gee, what a nice guy.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah, I think they're
But now I look at him now. I mean, look at now. I mean, one of the baddest guys on the earth. So I'm doing something right.
Yeah, well, I suppose. But that's a painful childhood.
Now, did your father's clean now and all?
My father is clean. When I spoke to him, he looked awesome. He looked really, really good. My mother's been clean for, almost 16 years now. And they're both
Do you take care
great.
of your parents now?
I don't take care of them. No,
no,
I don't. I take care of my ex-wife and my son 100%. Actually, I gave all my money to him. Now it's time to start all over again.
No kidding.
Yeah.
When you say all your money, you mean half your money?
No, I mean everything.
You gave him everything you owned?
Everything. It's my son. I want to make sure. And, you know, I have a great ex-wife. You know, her and Jenna are really, really good friends. We actually had our birthday party.
Could never get them in bed together?
No, I wouldn't want to do that.
You would never want to be in bed with your ex-wife?
See, people are so used to, like, you're Jenna Jameson, the porn star.
Right, you must
she brings home girls to you. And,
but Tito, I know Jenna, and I got to tell you something. She does love women.
Not anymore. She's a different woman now, Howard.
She doesn't want to be.
She's in a different chapter of her life.
But wouldn't that excite you?
No.
If Jenna was the girl who brought home a girl once in a while?
I'm selfish. I'm very jealous, too, so I'm very selfish.
Do you ever go to a strip club with her?
We've been a few times.
Okay. Does Jenna mess around in front of you with the other girls?
No, not at all.
You're kidding me.
No,
I don't buy that.
Yes, I'm serious.
You're telling me that.
We live normal lives, man. We're normal people, you know. Jenna, like I said, she went to a different chapter of her life now, and she's over the whole porn thing. She's retired. She's done, and she wants to start a family and, you know, do the right thing now. And she's an awesome woman. Of course, Howard, you do know her. And
I like Jenna very much.
Yes.
I just would insist that she bring a girl home once in a while. I'm not going to be in a relationship with Jenna if she's not bringing a girl home once in a while.
You wanted to be in a relationship with the porn star Jenna Jameson.
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
I think
when I first met her, I thought the same thing too, but then
that
was one of those things to have sex the first night, it would have been over.
Do you think, though, she has to act like a super prude now because she was a porn star? In a way, she has to, like, go the opposite way to prove to you? Now all of a sudden, she's a Mormon.
No, not at all. You got to understand, I mean,
she still wears hot
Jenna's
outfits.
a totally different, she's a hot outfit. She's a beautiful ass.
Would she, would she still walk around naked for you and let you look?
All the time, of course.
Would she masturbate in front of you?
We have fun, dude.
You do?
We're very colder with everything with each other and only with each other.
Oh.
Yeah,
I don't know how I feel about that.
It's beautiful love, you know. I mean, we've been together for 2 years now, and Howard said, you know, you're going to last maybe a month or 3 at the most.
I did.
So
she still does oral, though, right? She's not against that.
course.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, right?
I don't imagine you marry Jenna Jameson and you're in a relationship, and then she says, "Listen, I don't get blowjobs anymore." You're like, "What the fuck is this?"
Yeah, right?
I'm out of
Closing
this.
down that shop.
I mean, for God's sakes. Well, this is exciting. You got a book.
Yeah.
You're
The book's doing really good, too. I'm really happy because it was like the opposite side of it. People are so used to seeing the fighter guy that gets in the octagon and the mean Huntington Beach bad boy flipping people off and doing that. It's
This
kid
is the real
who grew
you.
up. It's the one who grew up.
It's your life story.
I've lived through a lot, Howard. You know, at a young age, I'm 33 years old. You know, I'm still going to compete and fighting for another 3 more years. But it's a new chapter in my life that's turning over.
When you started dealing drugs as a kid,
Yes.
was that because you saw that was the culture you were in? Your parents were
Exactly.
Were your parents proud of you? In a way, heroin.
They didn't
addicts
know.
were proud.
I kept it hide. No one knew about it. You know, only the people who I dealt with and so forth. I mean, we sold marijuana, and that was, you know, just one of those things was to pay rent.
Right, I
You know,
understand.
to put food on the table, and you know, I was a thug kid who didn't understand anything at all. I learned everything I learned on myself. You know.
How'd you get into ultimate fighting though? Like, how did you make that transition from thug kid?
I wrestled in high school. I
Right.
wrestled in college. When I got into college, there was a guy.
Got into college because of wrestling, right?
Of course.
Uh-huh.
I went back to school.
Yeah.
I wanted to get educated, and my biggest thing was to be a high school teacher, a wrestling coach.
Right.
And I wanted to help out with kids. I thought kids were. There's teachers who helped me when I was in high school, so I was like, well, here's my chance to kind of give back.
Right.
And I started fighting with actually Tank Abbott. I was his training partner, and they made a new weight class in UFC. That was the very beginning, and it was 199 pounds. I wrestled.
Probably got paid nothing in the beginning. And got
I fought for
beat.
free.
Right, but I'm saying it was brutal, even more brutal,
Actually,
right?
I didn't really get hit until like the 3rd, 4th year in my competition because I was so dominant.
You got a nice set of teeth. Are those real?
Of course.
They are.
Yes.
You've never had a
Nobody's
tooth
knocked
knocked
those out.
No.
Unbelievable.
I'm bobbing and weaving. I'm like, you got to move out of the way a lot of
Will you
positions.
know, like Rosie O'Donnell was saying, in show business, you got to know when to get out. In ultimate fighting, you got to know when to get out.
Oh, of
Will
course.
you know?
Oh, 100%. When I start slurring my words and
Oh, that's
until that time, I guess you're too late. But, you know, I don't get hit that much. So, I mean, there's a big factor that happens there also. You know, I still have about 3 more years left of competition left in
Okay.
me. I mean, I am 33 years old. When I'm 36, I'm going to be done.
Time to
You
get
know,
out.
Yeah, I'm just signed with William Morris at the beginning of the year. So the theatrical side of it is another, you know, chance of me doing that. That
Yeah.
and promotions also.
All right.
You know, helping other fighters come up and making the next Tito Ortiz.
You've had bar fights?
When I was 19,
What did the other guy look like when you were done?
I choked him out in about 25 seconds.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah, well, I'd never assault anybody. I used to be a security at a nightclub, and all the bouncers there knew me for, you know, stopping everything really quick. And
Yeah, I
I
wouldn't
never
fuck with
laid a punch on anybody. I would just snap them down, front headlock, choke, and.
What's the best martial art to learn if you're a kid starting out?
Wrestling.
Wrestling?
100%.
You mean just high school wrestling?
High school wrestling. It'll teach you dedication, teach you sacrifice. It teach you the hard work.
What about this Gracie Jiu-Jitsu? And I shouldn't be taking that?
It's a big difference. You know, for
Yeah.
a kid who's just coming up, I think wrestling really teaches the whole realm of a sport, you know.
Right.
It teaches individualism because they're doing it by themselves.
When you were wrestling, did a guy's penis ever slip out of his jockstrap while you were wrestling him?
Never.
Thank God.
Yeah,
All right.
no, thank God, right?
Tito
that
will
happened
be.
to you, obviously.
I know,
That
Howard.
happened to me, and it landed in my mouth.
That's what she
Tito,
said.
it was terrible. When's the last time you begged Jana?
Jaina.
Jana.
I don't know, Howard. You
Jaina.
got to use your imagination on that one.
She's a wonderful girl.
You always try to pull the best out of me, and I almost give in a little bit just because you're Howard Stern.
Will Jen ever put a finger up your ass?
I don't know. Do you like that?
You want to know something? It's not my thing. I tend to clench up.
Really?
I'll be honest with you.
I did too.
You do. You don't like it.
No.
It's not your thing. You're not that crazy, are you?
No, I'm pretty crazy, but not that crazy.
You're pretty conservative sexually.
No.
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 What the hell are you doing?
Yeah, right. I got that great montage Kama Sutra.
Look
No.
at you. Tito, I wish you luck with the book. It's
Thank
a
you so
very
much,
honest
Alex.
book, and
Yes.
I appreciate you writing it. This is going to hurt. It's in stores now. Pick it up. Do guys ever come up to you at book signings and want to punch you out? Like, go, hey, come on, man, let's go right now. Let's go. Let's go.
See, Howard, once the anger comes about, you bash it down with complete kindness.
But
and
there's some maniacs out there who just want to go right at it.
when they stand next to me, I mean, you're a big man too, Howard, and they kind of get a little intimidated. They're like, all right, Tito is a big guy.
Are you big in the pants? You would almost have to be with Jenna because
I
Jenna's
got big
seen it all.
hands.
You got big hands.
I got big feet. You know what that means? Big gloves and big shoes, right?
It'd be great if Jenna was afraid of your penis. Then you know
Right?
you're a real man.
I don't know.
Oh my God, it doesn't fit.
Jeez.
Now, what good would it doesn't fit do?
Wait,
I
there's
know,
somebody
right?
who wants to challenge
I know
you.
Howard has that problem, I know.
Oh no. Never had that problem. There's a fighter on the phone who wants to challenge you. And I think this would be an excellent
telephone tough guy.
All right, let's talk. Go ahead.
Hey, Tito, how are you?
Really good, my man.
All right, now
I want to challenge you in a fight. Whoever wins will fuck Jenna Jameson.
Oh, my goodness.
well,
great.
You mean Jenna would be the
I got a
prize?
bigger dick than you. You're a pussy. I know I can fight you in the cage.
All right, high pitch. Gay Ramon, you're on the air. Go ahead. Yes.
Hello?
Yes. Gay Ramon.
Hey, oh my God, Tito, I'm a big fan of yours. Hey, have you ever had your asshole eaten out by another man?
God.
Tito doesn't go that way.
No, I don't go that way yet.
Do you think about Tito when you're with when you're?
Howard, I have fantasized.
He wouldn't be the only man, that's for sure.
Are men attracted to you, Tito?
Yeah.
Yeah. Has a man ever hit
It's
on
cool.
you?
A couple times.
Couple of times.
Yeah, it's not a big deal. You know, I have actually a lot of gay friends that are friends. You know, and I don't swing that way ever, never, ever even a thought or anything like that. But you gotta be respectful towards people.
Gay Ramon, can you finish right now listening to Tito's voice?
Oh my God, I fantasize him beating the shit out of me, Howard.
You like that? What, Artie, where are you?
Get on
Yes,
the mic.
go ahead. Yes, Artie.
I fantasized about Tito beating the shit out of Gay Ramon, too.
You're horrible, Artie.
All right, listen, go see Tito. TitoOrtiz.com is the place to get all your Tito information.
Yeah.
And by all means, get the book, This Is Gonna Hurt. It's in stores now. Tito, great, always seeing you.
Yes,
Send
but
my
I'll
love to
think
Jenna.
Of course.
And I mean all of my love.
I
You
gotta
know how I
say,
am
his
with
book, as someone who struggled with heroin,
that. Yes.
it's so hard to break from that. And I think if my mother did that for me, that really is like, that's a touching thing.
And it was really hard for my mother, you know,
Yeah.
to accept that because all of her friends don't know nothing about the past and the history. They know nothing
Right.
about. And I told my mom, you got to understand, Mom, there's a lot of kids who are lived the same type of life I did. Now I want to think they have a chance to live, you know.
Right.
They look at Tito, they see, oh yeah, the guy who's a fighter, a champion, driving around nice cars, beautiful girlfriend. But they don't see what got me there.
Right.
And now they see they have a chance. Well, maybe they have an opportunity to do something like this in life.
Book
And
is somewhat inspirational.
Yes. All kids, please listen. Go to school. Getting educated is the number one thing, I believe, 100%.
You bet. Max, you're on the air in Portland. Go ahead.
Hey, Howard.
Hey, now.
Hey, Tito, why can't you admit that Lyoto Machida was just a better fighter that night?
He was a better fighter that night. I never didn't.
I mean, look
admit that at all.
at the pictures on the internet, bro. Your face is all fucked up.
Really? Oh, yeah. I only got like 5 stitches. I was fine though.
Which fight is it? The one you're talking
Yeah,
about?
the one I did. I just lost
Yeah.
last week. The guy ran away the whole time. People will watch it. They'll see. It's
Dude,
cool. I
Tito.
fought. I came out. I fight, and he didn't want to fight. It was fun. It was just an opportunity for
When
Dana
this guy
to pull me
says your
down.
face was messed up, is he lying?
I don't know. It's been a week, Howard.
Look,
Do I look pretty good?
You look pretty
Yeah,
good.
you don't even look like you were in a fight.
Yeah, right.
Travis, you're on the air in Las Vegas. Go ahead.
Yeah, I totally disagree with that last caller. I thought Tito won rounds 2 and 3 against Machida. I mean, Machida fought his fight, but Tito's still a beast. He about choked him out at the end there.
Yeah.
And Tito,
You know, I got to correct you, you know, and I'm an honest guy. You know, I think Luita won the match, you know, fair and square, I believe. I did have that triangle at the end, almost got him, but
Right.
you know, for him running away, you know, this is ultimate fighting. This is fighting that really, it's a one-on-one competition that they need to compete against each other, not get 1 point and run away. How Machida is doing, and I think I let a lot of fans down by doing that. But I appreciate your support, man. for
Trevor,
sure.
go ahead in Bakersfield, California, with Tito Ortiz. The book is called This Is Gonna Hurt.
Bakersfield.
Hey,
It's a college there.
Tito, I had a question for you. Since everybody in the UFC kicked your ass, what are you going to do? Go over to WEC, maybe become a superstar or something?
No, actually, I believe the only person left there was Chuck Liddell, and Machida, the one that beat me. So
Hey, I got to give it to you, but Machida ran from me the whole time, man.
Yeah,
Well, there you
thank
go.
you.
So people seem to
I appreciate
generally
it.
agree with your
Yeah,
assessment. This is
yeah.
not just bullshit. You're,
Yeah,
you're laying-
well, believe me, it was, and it was a tactic on the president's part on UFC of give me someone who's going to run and strike, who's not going to stand in front and punch with me.
part of the fun of the UFC is that you guys are just going at it.
Yeah,
Right,
that's
yeah.
what guys buy pay-per-view for. That's why they buy a Tito Ortiz pay-per-view, because they know I'm going to bring the fight when I fight.
You bet. All right. TitoOrtiz.com, the book, This Is Gonna Hurt. Thanks, Tito. Great
Awesome.
seeing you again.
Without a doubt.
Come
Thank you
see
so
us
much.
again if
Yes,
you would.
for sure.
Tito,
So that went pretty
that's some heavy stuff, man.
Yeah, you know, it's my life. You know, I've lived a interesting life, a very self-told story that I either be dead or in prison or here on Howard. And I'm doing something right. So, you know.
Right. You mentioned that Howard's sort of like a benchmark to measure your success.
Oh, for sure. I mean, Howard's the best talk radio in the world, man.
So to be here and to overcome everything that you have is...
Yeah, and I look back at my history, you know, 11 years of competition and fighting, but I'm still going on to bigger and better things. And, you know, I'm really proud of my book that we wrote. And, you know, hopefully a lot of people take something out of it, of an inspiration. And that's the biggest thing of all of it.
Cool, man. Well, thanks for stopping by and good luck with the book, man.
Without a doubt. Thank you much, guys. Howard Stern.
Good morning. How are you?
Good. How you doing, man?
I feel good.
So what brings you down to the show today? You got a new album coming out?
Yeah, I got a new album coming out, and mostly I just want to hang out, man. I'm a huge fan of this show.
Yeah, you excited?
Unbelievable. I mean, I'm a really big fan of this show. I know everything about it. And for the last 4 years, I got diagnosed with leukemia in 2005. So all I've done, besides like trying to live, is stay home and watch Howard TV.
That's awesome.
I mean, I don't watch anything else. Cool. So I know everything, man. I'm down with like the whole artie and the heroin thing, and I just know everything.
Awesome. This must be real exciting for you then.
It's amazing. I mean, I can't believe I'm here. I see this on TV all the time, and I just can't believe it. I mean, I'm here to promote an album in my foundation for leukemia, but mostly I just want to hang out.
Cool, man.
I didn't even sleep last night.
All right, man. Well, have fun in there. Have fun in there today.
I will. Thank you.
All right, anyway, this guy's name is Rich Cronin. You might remember his hit song with LFO. He had a huge hit. I remember this song, Summer Girl.
All right, you remember this?
Sure, you do too. How old were you when you were in a boy? How you doing, man?
Hi, how you doing?
Hey, good to meet you.
I'm, when I was in the boy band?
Yeah. How'd you get in a boy band?
Well, first of all, when that song blew up, I was 24 years old.
Right.
So you were pretty old
yeah,
in the boy band.
Yeah, I was pretty old.
You were no boy.
No, I wasn't.
That old boy over there.
Hey, here's a tissue.
Sorry.
He's snotting all over the place.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, calm down.
When that came out, I was 24 years old.
24. And how old were you when you got discovered for the boy band?
20.
Yeah. And what do you have to do? You have to audition and stuff? You have to like...
No. Actually, I'm from Boston.
Yeah.
And
I know, we could tell.
Sorry.
That's good.
No, I think the accent.
One of my friends and I, he for some reason he went on tour with the Backstreet Boys,
right?
Who were nothing,
right.
And he was always talking about, you know, we got to get with this guy Lou Pearlman.
Right. Lou was this guy. There was this guy Lou Pearlman who was this like incredible producer, if you will.
Well, what happened with Lou? Because I knew Lou. Lou used to own Blimps or something. I don't know how he knew about the music business, but after New Kids on the Block, he just got this idea to put together a boy band.
I mean, he had a lot of bands. He had, what was Justin Timberlake's band?
Yeah. He had NSYNC, he had Backstreet Boys.
He had, well, my group, we sold 4 or 5 million records.
And E-Town.
O-Town.
whatever it was called.
He never thought it was going to blow up. And then when the Backstreet Boys blew up and NSYNC blew up, and then, you know, we started to blow up. Not as big as them, but we blew up. He bought a fucking house that was incredible. It wasn't even a house. It was a hotel.
Right.
On this incredible lake. He started buying Bentleys. He had a $250,000 Rolex with diamonds all over it. Meanwhile, he's stealing all my money, everyone's money.
Yeah, so
we all knew it.
You never got paid?
I didn't get paid anywhere near what I should have.
Really?
Nothing.
Well, and like, didn't your parents or somebody step in, or your accountant go, hey, wait a second, we're not getting paid?
We started to. You know, we were always on TRL.
Right.
We were always, you know, starting to sell a lot of records.
Yeah.
And I started to say, well, where's the money?
Right.
And it was like, it was just nuts, man. The guy was such a creep. And
Did you make enough money?
I know the Backstreet Boys had to sort of legally get away from him because he was,
yeah,
you know,
so did
the
NSYNC.
contracts were so ridiculous.
And NSYNC had to leave. Everyone left.
Did you end up making any money?
Yeah.
Did you become a millionaire?
No.
Not a millionaire.
Wow.
And I should have made like at least $2 million, $3 million.
Wow.
Right.
Easy. But
Yeah.
see, here's what it was. I wrote all those songs for LFO.
Right.
I wrote like Summer Girls and all of them.
Right, so that's your publishing and all that.
Yeah. So when that song blew up, I thought, well, wow, I'm gonna get a publishing deal now.
Right.
He offered me $20,000 for my publishing.
Oh my God! Did you take it?
Well, I was thinking about taking it.
Yeah.
I was like, holy, I never had $20,000. You know, I never had any money.
In one lump sum, yeah.
No, never. I was excited.
Oh, he's a real Colonel Tom type. Yeah.
And now so one of my friends said, "Are you going to take $20,000?" I said, "Yeah, it's a great deal." He goes, "You could make a deal for $500,000 tomorrow.
Right, just on that song.
So he schooled me to this publishing thing. So I was like, I got to do this.
Thank God you didn't sign away your publishing.
No. So I started saying, hey, let's get some publishing deals. So I put a lawyer out there.
Yeah.
Next thing I know, the lawyer's like, oh, I can get you a publishing deal. I can get you $750,000.
Right.
Next thing you know, another song came out called Girl on TV. Went top 5. And now I can get like close to $1 million.
Right.
Next thing I know, he comes back to me and goes, Rich, your publishing has been sold.
Oh,
so what do you mean?
What
he
do you
says,
mean?
yeah, Lou sold your publishing for $1.2 million to Jive Zomba.
Oh, my goodness.
Wow.
So
he could do that without your signature or anything?
When I first signed the contract with him,
yeah.
I signed it away.
That's
Wow.
what that's what I'm saying about those contracts. He had people signing. They were crazy.
Yeah.
He owned everything.
You must have nightmares about this.
I had to go through lots of therapy.
Right.
I went crazy. I mean, I wrote some big songs, and
you must have some good therapy because
No, I don't.
You're still here.
Yeah.
I know. I went crazy.
Wow.
I mean, the guy was awful, but
that's awful.
Besides all this money stuff, the guy was he was really a creepy guy, man. Like, you know,
I met him once. I had him on the show once with some band.
You did?
Yeah.
That was O-Town when they were
O-Town,
being
yeah.
put on MTV. He came in here with the band.
When I got a hit song, the song went #1.
Right.
He bought me a Navigator in 5 minutes. He's like, walked in. He goes, yeah, you got a Navigator now.
Yeah, of course, because he was busy stealing your publishing.
He stole my publishing. He charged me for the Navigator. The guy's a fucking asshole.
I got your Navigator, but you're gonna pay for it.
That's right. I just
Oh, he
bought
didn't
your
tell me that,
car
though.
Yeah, right.
that you have to pay for.
You thought it was a gift.
Yeah, about 7 months later, I found out he's fucking charging me for this
Oh,
thing.
my God.
The guy's awful.
Yeah, you know what, dude? I'd rather have my money and I'll go buy my own Navigator.
I'll just decide what kind of car I want.
Yeah.
Well, I said, I want to get a Navigator. He said, well, let's go get it. And
It wasn't all bad, though. You got to date Jennifer Love Hewitt. You went out with her for a long time, right?
Yeah, 2 years.
You banged her for 2 years.
Yeah.
And
She's
you
hot.
had some hit records.
Yeah.
Who took the hit?
She's hot.
She is hot.
How'd you get her?
I met her at the Blockbuster Awards.
Oh, no kidding.
And I wasn't, we weren't really mega successful, but we
Right.
still had 3 big hits.
Right.
And at this point, we had no hits.
Right.
I was just there.
And she wants to be a rock star, too, doesn't she?
She wants to be a singer.
Right.
Right.
So she
I
probably
think she
figured,
put out an album.
probably figures she'll fuck you a little bit. Maybe you'll write her a song.
I don't even think so. I think she just saw me then. And this is going back 8 years now
Right.
or more. And, we had the same publicist.
Right.
So I started to talk to her. And I couldn't believe it. She kept talking to me. She was actually interested.
Right.
And she later on that night, after the Blockbuster Awards, she gave me her number.
Wow.
I was floored. I was
Right.
like, well, because
she's rich and she's hot.
But besides that, I actually was a big fan of hers.
Right.
I worked at Blockbuster 2 years before.
I have two things I like about her.
Yeah, I mean, I worked at Blockbuster 2 years before that, like putting the movies on the shelf.
Right.
And every time I saw a picture, I say, oh, she's
Super
really hot.
Yeah.
And now I'm at the Blockbuster Awards.
And she's putting the moves on you.
The girl on the video cover just gave you her number.
So did you call her right away, or did you play the game and wait a while?
No, I mean, I was so anxious about calling her. I couldn't. And then I actually got a notebook and I wrote down all these subjects. Like,
so you
okay,
needed crib notes.
Oh no, the paper was there. I
Shit
was like,
to talk about with Jennifer Love
so
Hewitt.
when there's a quiet point, I'll talk about this.
Right.
And this, like, I couldn't imagine there being any quiet points in the conversation.
Right.
I would be awkward silence. So I actually called her up, and
Right.
she answered the phone.
Wow.
And we talked for like 2 hours.
Did you use your notes?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, there was no way.
You went through all 2 pages. 2 hours. That's a lot of notes.
No, really. I mean,
Yeah.
and the whole time I'm thinking, this is Jennifer Love Hewitt.
Right.
I was a big fan of hers.
Right. So what happened? Did she go out on a date with you or something?
About a month and a half later,
No.
she says, why don't you come out to L.A.? Now, mind you, I had no money. I was negative money.
Right.
I didn't have a cell
You'd
phone.
have to go to Lou.
Yeah, it's like how do you
Exactly,
You
I
have
did.
to play with Lou's dick.
Dude, it's awful, right? So,
Yeah.
so Lou goes, I got to get out to L.A., Lou. Love wants to see me. Lou was like, oh, this could be good. He goes,
Right.
come out to L.A. with me. I was like, when are you going? He goes, this week.
Right.
He goes, come with me, because I'm shooting my movie out there, which is another story. But so I go out to L.A. and he goes, you can stay in my hotel with me.
Oh God!
Oh, no.
I have
And your
a big suite. So anyways, I went.
Right.
And I was like, okay, I got to go. So I'm getting my clothes out real fast in the room. It was a big suite. And I was
Did you
like,
see you naked or something?
No.
No.
And I said, all right, man, I'm out of here. And the publicist picked me up, and we went to Love's house. And it was really weird. Like
a nightmare.
It was really, I was awful.
Yeah.
It was really weird.
What is Jennifer Love Hewitt wearing when you show up at her house?
She was wearing like a ballerina dress.
Really?
With like a unicorn in sparkly, like,
oh, geez.
Bedazzled.
What's her problem?
She was dressing pretty wild.
Yeah, what is that about? That was for the date? She wore a ballerina outfit?
I
With a unicorn
I
on
feel
it?
like it was a ballerina outfit.
Yeah.
It looked like the dress went out and, yeah, it was.
Like a tutu and all that?
She probably didn't
Yeah,
even
it was a tutu. It was a tutu.
Did she look hot?
She looked hot, but I just thought the outfit was completely out of
Inappropriate.
control.
Yeah, all right.
Nah, so I like. Look,
At least it was a
Jennifer Love
girl, better than being with Lou.
right.
Dude, she was Jennifer Love
She's
Hewitt.
a lot less scary than Lou.
Oh no, I was
Oh,
really.
wow.
It's true. So we wanted a date to Universal Studios, and she was totally like into me. I couldn't believe it, man. I mean, and we went.
How long before you get in her pants?
Well, she asked me to stay at her house that night.
Wow.
Thank goodness, because that meant
I
no
did-
Lou hotel room.
I know, it was amazing.
Did you bang her?
Not that night. I didn't even go to her house.
Why?
I was trying to play it cool.
Yeah, that's
She
crazy.
lives with her mother.
Right.
So I was like, I just was freaking out so bad I couldn't spend the night. I couldn't do it. I was like,
Plus, you didn't have your notebook with all your notes.
I couldn't talk
Right.
to her anymore.
Right.
I didn't know what to say.
Right.
So I was like, fuck, I got to regroup, think about this shit all night. So I said to my publicist, I was like, hey, can I stay at your house tonight?
Right.
He goes, yeah. What, you don't want to stay with Lou? I was like, no, I don't want to stay with fucking Lou.
It's Lou.
He's like, all right. So Love says, well, if you can't stay at my house tonight, I want to pick you up in the morning. I
Yeah.
was like, yeah, what time? She goes, I'll be there at 7 in the morning.
Oh,
Beautiful.
my goodness.
She's into it.
So I was like, holy shit. She goes, because I have an audition, and I have to get my hair done. So I'm like,
So you're just going to hang out with
so
her
I'll
while she runs?
fucking go.
Yeah.
Right. What else you got to do?
Nah, so that's why I was out there for her.
But that's not a lot of time to study your notes to figure out what to
Well,
talk
you
about.
write while she's having her hair done.
So
Right.
no, I had to sit with her.
Oh.
And I was like,
Man.
I was thinking about all this shit, dude. We didn't have any hit records.
Right.
I was nothing.
Right.
And she's like spending all this time with me and wanting to hang out with me. And I was like, what the hell? I don't understand it, but I love it.
Right.
So so she gets there at 7 in the morning. She hands me a Mentos, like those colored fruity Mentos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She goes, these are for you. I was like, thank you. And she's like, well, let's go to get my hair done. I was like, all right. And we're in her little Mercedes, like the smallest Mercedes available
Yeah.
on the market. And I'm in there like, oh, this is great. You know, 'cause I'm 6'3". And I'm like, this is great. This is awesome. Yeah. And I'm sitting there trying to think of shit to say.
All right.
And I was having a hard time. She did all the talking, though.
You shouldn't shut up.
My head was spinning, but I was thinking about her, and she was like, hey, will you? She goes, I'm going to get out of the car here. We're at the hair place. She goes, I'm going to get out of the car here and go in. Will you park my car?
Wow.
I'm like, oh, jeez, I don't know. I'm going to crash this thing. So I don't know my way around here. The thing's fucking miniature car.
Right.
And I'm like, yeah.
Where the fuck are you going to park it?
I'm going to park it? I'm an awful driver. I'm a fucking awful driver.
I don't know where you are.
I didn't know where I was. I had no idea where I was. And the blocks are fucking huge. I'm like, yeah, I'll do it. She got in there. I was like, holy fucking shit. So I'm driving around like the block. I'm like, oh, what the fuck? I finally parked the thing. Sweating bullets.
Right.
I walk in the room. I'm like, yeah, your car's out there. It's fine. She was like, cool. So then I sit down on the seat, and everyone's like, everyone, this is Rich. I'm like, hi. She's like, all the hairdressers, hi. She's like, so Rich is from Boston, and he's a boy band and all this stuff. I'm like, yeah. We were there for like 3 hours. And she was looking at like magazines and going, oh, Tom Cruise looks amazing and all this stuff. I mean, it was bullshit.
Yeah.
Hey, what did you expect her to talk about?
I don't care what she talked about. I was just like, fucking Jennifer Love Hewitt. So
That's weird when you realize with most broads like that, you're making notes on what to talk about, and you realize they're just morons.
they're just going to keep talking.
Yeah, she's not going to shut the fuck up.
I'm just going to say, yeah.
Yeah.
So then after that, we went to a coffee shop, and then she went to an audition, and it was just...
That must have been some audition. Probably sucked.
No, it was for, what was it?
I don't know.
Archie. the Archie movie that never came out.
Archie and Veronica?
She's going to play Veronica.
She was supposed to play Veronica.
She didn't even get it.
No.
Yeah.
So I wrote a song called West Side Story. I said Veronica. It was about a girl named Veronica. And I was so lame.
Yeah.
I was so lame. I wrote all these songs about her, like encrypted, like to her.
Right.
I was fucking lame, dude.
Oh, stop.
What was it like banging her? Like when you were banging her, you were like, oh man, I can't believe I'm banging Jennifer Love Hewitt.
When that happened.
And you must have come in 2 seconds, huh?
Well, she made me wear 2 condoms.
2?
Yeah.
How do you get 2 on?
One for her, one for her mother.
No,
Wait a second. You're telling me, because you know what? I heard that's dangerous. They're more likely to break
that
when you
way,
wear
yeah.
two.
I heard that too.
Yeah.
I heard
It's
that.
hard to do that.
I didn't hear it then.
Yeah, by the way, this is, in case you don't just tuned in, this is Rich Cronin. He's got a new album out. I'll tell you about that, $1 Billion Sound. Available at richcronin.net.
He ought to just put these stories on.
Yeah.
I wrote a book.
Really?
You got
Good.
a book too, right?
Well, I don't have a. Yeah, I wrote a book.
Yeah. Can you get it anywhere? Or?
I'm gonna try.
Yeah,
No,
you'll
you
get
haven't
it.
got a
You'll get
publisher
it.
yet?
Yeah,
I haven't
you got,
tried.
God.
you got some good fucking stories,
This is
dude.
amazing.
I have so many stories.
And you
but
had leukemia too, right? You just got over that.
I had awful leukemia. I got this. It was called AML, and I just went to the doctor one day. I was losing weight, and my father was really nervous. I was home. I was living in Orlando at the time, and I went to visit them. And he said, the minute I walked in, he said, "You look like shit."
Right.
I was like, "Thanks." He says, "You got to go to the doctor." So about, in 2 days, I went to the doctor. The doctor says, "Wow, you don't look good. I think you have mono." I said, "Oh, mono, whatever." He goes, "Let's take a blood test." And they took the blood test, and I had leukemia, AML.
Cancer.
Awful. It's supposed to kill you in 8 weeks.
How'd you beat it?
I don't know.
How long ago was this?
2005. I got diagnosed.
Are you all right now, or you?
I am. I don't have it. So what happened
Gone.
was
It left you.
I got the leukemia, and it was like, this is the worst one you can get. It's very rare that a young guy gets it. So usually older men will get it.
Why do you think you got it?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I have good luck. I don't know. It's just awful. But I got it, and I went through all this chemotherapy. And
man,
and a year later it came back.
Oh.
Wow.
So the doctor said, "Look, the only choice you have is a bone marrow transplant." And my brother and sister didn't match me, nor my family matched. So they said, "Well, we're going to try to look for one for you. But meanwhile, we have to get you back into remission if we can." So I got a bone marrow transplant. Eventually, I got back in remission, and I went through all this radiation. And
damn. That must be painful shit.
yeah, man. And then in June, I had a stroke.
Good Lord.
From the treatment they were giving me for the leukemia.
Yeah.
They were giving me this stuff called IVHG at the hospital. And they put the thing in my arm. And I was there. It takes 5 hours. And I'm sitting there. I went to sleep, and the doctor woke me up. He says, "Rich, sit up." Because I was in the bed. And I said, "All right." And I couldn't sit up. And everything, I felt really weird. Everything seemed like it wasn't real. He goes, "Come on, sit up." He realized I wasn't kidding.
Yeah.
My face started to droop, and he goes, "Oh my God, he's having a stroke."
Jeez.
So
it's a good thing they woke you up.
They
baby.
caused it. They caused it.
Yeah.
I think. I mean, it happened right there, and they told me, like, "Look, this is from IVHG."
Yeah.
What is IVHG?
I have no idea. It's something to help your immune system out.
Man.
So
you think you beat it or what? What's going on now?
I hope I beat it, man.
You got the bone marrow.
I got someone else's bone marrow. If I had a kid, which I couldn't because I had so much radiation, and if I did, it wouldn't even be mine. It would be like this other guy's thing.
Right.
Yeah.
There's more of this other guy in you than you.
Oh, 100%. I'm not even there anymore.
So when you were fucking Jennifer Love Hewitt, get back to that because I broke it up a little bit.
So Jennifer Love Hewitt, when I first had sex with her,
she goes, "Wear 2 condoms."
Yeah.
Did you think that was weird? How'd she look naked?
She looks great, man.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe what was happening,
Right.
But I don't have anything bad to say about her, She's a
she
great.
good in bed?
I thought so.
Fully shaved vagina?
Yeah.
No kidding.
Yeah.
That turns me on.
But I have nothing bad to say about her. I mean, I'm, you know, obviously I had sex with her. I was with her for 2 years.
Yeah, but she was cheating on you like crazy, though, right?
Yeah.
That's a
What?
bummer. Yeah.
Jennifer Love Hewitt?
Jennifer Love Hewitt gave him like a ring, like a promise ring. She's like a dude. He's more like the chick, and she's like the dude.
She's giving the rings and then going around.
And he finds out she gives a ring to all the fucking guys, and she's fucking a bunch of guys,
Oh.
right?
Yeah.
How many guys was she doing behind your back?
I
Did
don't
you
know.
find out?
Yeah. Well, no, I don't know. She gave me a ring, and we went to Cartier in Beverly Hills, and she's like, "Oh, I'm going to give you something very special. I've never done this before, and you know, I have to give it to you." And I was like, "All right." And she goes into the place, she comes out, and she gives me this ring. It's like the infinity ring. And I'm like, wow, she's fucking in love with me.
Right.
We're gonna get married.
This is the ticket.
This is unbelievable.
Right.
I'm gonna fucking marry her.
You're going to be Mr. Jennifer Love Hewitt.
She goes, listen,
Yeah.
I want to marry you. We're gonna be together forever. If you wear this ring, it's forever. I'm like, oh, yeah.
Let's go.
I fucking found out.
It's my ticket out of Lou.
Dude, this is the
How
only
long
bit-
did it take you to find out?
You found
2
out
years.
what?
I found out. So I did this reality show called Man Band, Mission Man Band. It's the worst name ever. And the worst show ever.
Right.
And it was me, Jeff Timmons from 98 Degrees, Chris Kirkpatrick from NSYNC, and this guy from Color Me Bad named Brian Abrams. Whatever. And
Color Me Bad.
I'm talking to Jeff Timmons goes, hey, you and me have something in common, man. I'm like, what? Jennifer Love Hewitt. I'm like, what? No, I'm really like, what?
Yeah, you're like in love with her.
I mean, we've been broken up for 5 years. I was like, what? He says, yeah, man, Jennifer Love, you and me. I was like, oh, what the fuck? Because I always asked her about that. Did you ever get with it? 90 Degrees. I was nuts.
Yeah.
Did you ever get with this guy? No. She goes, yeah. In fact, one time, she wanted to marry me. I said, what? He goes, oh, yeah. She took me to Cartier in Beverly Hills.
Oh, my God.
And she gave me the...
She's like Errol Flynn.
She gave me this thing called the infinity ring. I was like, she gave me the fucking infinity ring.
Yeah.
And she gave me the whole speech. She gave me this big speech how she wants to like be together forever. I was like,
Yeah.
what the
What is she like a
Oh,
sociopath?
man.
That's
So
wild.
when that happened,
Yeah, that sucked. When that happened, yeah, your head must have been spinning.
I was lost, man.
Yeah.
This was like 2 years ago.
Bro, that's tough stuff.
It was rough, man.
Yeah, man.
But,
Boy, this boy band stuff's tough. So now you're doing a solo thing, huh?
Yeah, I have a solo record.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty excited about it. I think it actually came out pretty good.
Yeah. So I guess Jennifer Love dumped you. I mean, you don't see
Oh,
her
yeah,
anymore.
she dumped me. What happened was at the very end of that relationship, she was in New York doing a movie, and Us Weekly, that magazine, I get a phone call from someone at my record company. They go, Rich.
Yo, we got something in common.
No, he goes, Rich, get Us Weekly. Just came out.
Yeah.
I was like, why? What's up? He goes, just get it. I was like, no, seriously. He goes, just get it. Bye. Hangs up. So I live in the Prudential building in Boston. So right downstairs in my building there was a supermarket. So I was like, all right. So I go down. I'm like, maybe there's something cool like Rich Cronin this. I don't know. Must be about me. No. It was a fucking thing about Jennifer Love Hewitt in New York City. All these paparazzi photos, like her with 7 guys.
7 guys.
Something like that,
Oh,
dude.
my God.
She was this one guy, dude, check it out. She was with this dude, some guy on Broadway.
Yeah.
By the way, I went to that play with her.
Wow.
To see the Full Monty. Patrick Wilson.
She was with Patrick Wilson. Meanwhile, you took her to the play.
She took
took
you
me
to
to
the
the play.
play
She took me to the play.
watch her boyfriend on stage.
She didn't know. She just saw him when I was sitting next to her.
She dug the way he
She
looked.
was like, oh,
Yeah.
I'm into him. So then...
Oh, she said this.
She didn't say it, but now I'm thinking back. And I'm like,
Wow.
what the fuck? She goes... So then she called me up 3 days later when I got home to Boston. She goes, hey, my grandmother's coming in tonight. I was like, oh, cool, yeah, have fun. She goes, hey, you know what we're going to do? We're going to go back to the Full Monty. Like, that was fun. I was like,
Yeah.
it wasn't that good.
Yeah.
Next thing I know, she's in the magazine with the fucking guy.
Wasn't Full Monty where the dudes are nude
They
too?
get naked on
Yeah,
stage.
they're not even good-looking dudes either.
Right. They just got big cocks.
I guess so.
Yeah.
I hated the play, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Oh my God. So when you saw that in the magazine, did you call her and say, "What the fuck"?
I tried to.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't just that. She was with this other guy, and this guy, and that guy, and rumors about her and Alec Baldwin.
Right.
Oh,
She was doing the movie with Alec Baldwin.
Yeah.
I was on the bed having a panic attack.
Right, you were heartbroken.
Oh, so I called her up. I was like, "Do you have something to say to me?" I was the girl in this relationship.
Right.
And she goes like this. She goes, "Listen, don't you fucking call me up like this when I'm at work. I'm fucking working. Don't you fucking call me like this. If you believe that bullshit, shame on you." I'm like, I just saw 7 pictures of you holding 7 guys' hands.
Yeah. I mean, what do you mean people believe
Dated last week on every one. I'm like, the 21, 21st, 22nd, 23rd. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? She goes, I'm not going to even discuss this. If you believe that bullshit, you're out of your mind. She hung up.
And that was the last you spoke to her?
No, I called her one time after that. She didn't call me for 3 days.
Right.
I was like, I'm done.
Right.
I called her. No, she called me up. And she had the whole thing rehearsed.
Yeah, probably written it down in a notebook.
Oh,
yeah,
dear.
she did.
Yeah.
And she was just like, I couldn't say a thing. It was all rehearsed. You're never gonna yell at me again. You're never gonna treat me bad. I'm not gonna be treated like this.
Yeah, putting it all on you.
You know,
Meanwhile, she's
it was
cheating.
all on me. And she goes, I'm out of this relationship.
Yeah.
Goodbye. I have to go do the Tonight Show. And hung up the phone.
Yeah.
And that was it.
You never said a word.
And she made it all your fault.
Yeah.
That was nice.
But whatever. She's a great girl.
Yeah.
Sure, a lot of people found her so.
I don't know,
Hey,
man.
you were way into it. You would have married her, right? Sure.
In a second.
Do any sex videos with her?
No.
Oh, dude. Anything kinky going on between you and her? Like, you do anything weird?
Yeah, I don't think.
69? Anal? Yeah? Anal?
No.
69.
No, yeah.
Yeah, I would do that with her. Totally 69.
I just,
Does she eat ass at all?
No.
No. Too bad. She ain't that crazy.
No, she wasn't. She was, again, she's just out there doing her thing.
That ain't the type of broad that would have stuck with you through the leukemia, I'll tell you that.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
But honestly,
Do you have a dirty little name for her in bed?
Missy, I call it.
Missy?
I called her thing Missy.
A pussy.
Yeah.
Why'd you just call it a pussy? That's very...
I don't think she liked that.
Yeah, she likes Missy.
Yeah,
Son
whatever.
of a bitch. I'll use that if I ever get her.
She was
Tell her you don't want any infinity ring, though.
No rings, baby. Where's Missy?
She was really, but honestly, like...
That Missy must be tight.
She was out there doing her thing, and...
She sure was.
I don't know, man.
What's her deal now? Is she like working there? Or something?
Yeah, she has a TV show.
She's the ghost whisperer.
Yeah, she whispers to ghosts.
On CBS.
What?
It's a hit show, though. It's a hit show.
It is. It's been on for a few years.
All right, so anyway, the new single now from Rich is from his album $1 Billion Sound, available at richcronin.net. Also, for more information on Rich's Leukemia Foundation, you go to richcroninhopefoundation.com, charity thing you're involved in, right?
Yeah.
And here's a little bit of your tune, your new one, right?
Yeah.
Anything about Jennifer Love in this, or no?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I think
Really?
so.
Well, you still hung up on her.
Yeah, a little bit. No. This song's about what happens during the whole boy band thing.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
They say hindsight is 20/20, and that's plenty good advice. But in time, we all roll dice. When I was 15, I fell in love with that noise on the radio. It drove me crazy though. Of course, I knew that I didn't have a chance. I'd make it one day, no matter what the circumstance. Cause I just couldn't say no. Crumpled up paper on my bedroom floor. Song after song, lyric for lyric. My dream was out of reach, man, I couldn't get near it. Until one day I was standing right there. Could someone please tell me how the hell I got here?
So here's the story of your life.
Who's the broad?
A girl I'm working with.
You doing her?
No.
You got a girlfriend now?
No.
You sound like a black dude when you do your thing. Right?
Yeah, I
It's
guess
kind of cool. Right?
Yeah, I was going to say, who's the guy?
Yeah.
Nothing seems to bring me back to you, no matter what I do. Now I'm driving down Route 3.
You producing this too?
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Gotta get my fill again. Nowadays life is way more tough. I did all I could do, but it wasn't enough. I went down to Orlando.
When you were working with that girl, did you tell her the secret to making it big?
And they took me off track.
No.
Nah, you should.
No, maybe I
Show up
should.
in your underwear.
She's good looking. Good looking too.
Hey, James, you're on the air. What do you want to ask? Go ahead real quick because we're running out of time. We got a bunch of stuff.
Awesome interview.
Oh, this guy's the best.
Fucking hilarious.
This guy's
man.
got a
I'm
real
pissing my
life.
Pants.
Yeah.
Hey, how come you guys haven't asked what were the titties like? Were they fake?
No.
Were they?
Those are real?
Yeah, they're real.
What?
I mean, Lou's.
Yeah. Oh, those are real too.
Those are real too.
They look huge too.
Jennifer Love Hewitt's tits are real, huh?
Yeah, those
Sounds
are
to
real.
me like you're still in love with her. Actually, you.
I'm not in love with her. I just, here's what it is.
Was
I
that the
thought-
love of your life, though?
Yeah.
I am.
Here's the thing. She's a great actress, right? She gets paid millions of dollars to be in movies.
Right.
She could fool me. She's crying.
Right.
I love you. You're the greatest guy.
Oh, wow.
I'm crying when she wants to cry.
It sounds like she's a better actress off screen.
Off screen. I've never been impressed with her work.
So I was impressed.
On screen.
She still live with her mom?
No.
No,
I don't.
How were those titties naked? Were they a little sloppy, or they were like really firm?
No, they look good, man.
They did.
They did. I'm not gonna lie.
Man, don't lie. I want the truth.
She looks good. She does. I mean, I don't know about now, but I'm going back 8 years here.
I can't believe she was cheating on you. You're a good guy. You didn't deserve that.
Is there some sort of Boston connection with Lou Pearlman? Because like Donnie Wahlberg and the Backstreet Boys was a Boston kid. Like, are a lot of those kids Boston kids or something?
Well, no.
How do you Boston kids put out?
Yeah.
Donnie
I don't put
Wahlberg.
out.
I'm joking.
Was it the Backstreet Boys?
No, the
No,
New
you're
Kids, New
talking
Kids.
with New Kids on the Block.
Oh, he was. Oh, I'm
Right,
sorry.
right.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
He was
Danny
New Kids
Wood.
on the Block.
No, but Danny Wood from that group is a great friend of mine, actually. And when I was sick, he was always visit me at the hospital.
Oh, that's
and
nice.
He's a great guy. But
Yeah. A couple of guys can be good too. You know what I'm saying?
those guys are good.
Well, listen, you guys heard the story, richest single story of my life, and $1 Billion Sound is available at richcronin.net.
Yeah,
Encourage you-
publishers ought to get
sounded
in
good.
touch with
I mean,
him.
I'm a good writer. I wrote it for the Jonas Brothers, everyone.
You
But
you making some money now with?
well, I've been out of the business now for 3.5 years with
Wow.
this leukemia. So
Yeah.
I got to get back in it now.
Yeah, you got the talent, man. You can do it.
You wrote for the Jonas.
Yeah.
You got your publishing back? Or does everything still go to Lou if you write a song?
Lou's in jail.
Lou's in jail, man. He ain't taking anybody's public.
But I'm not getting any money out of him either.
For more information on Rich's Leukemia Foundation, go to richcroninhopefoundation.com also. And you write the music and the lyrics and the whole thing.
I do it all, yeah.
You're
Yeah, you
good.
can write.
Talented guy.
You wrote a couple of hits, man.
Yeah.
That's a
Yeah.
valuable thing, you know.
Yeah, it'd be nice to have the publishing, though.
And I would say if they could, they could also go to my MySpace as well.
Okay, and Mark, go ahead. You have the last question for Rich Cronin.
Hey now.
Hey.
Hey, this guy's the best fucking representative for Boston I've ever heard. Radio fucking gold.
Yeah, he's a good dude. I like him.
I wanted to ask Rich, is there any way to hang out, maybe get some pussy shrapnel?
I don't have, honestly, I'm not getting any pussy.
Yeah,
I'm
and
really,
no Missy either.
I have nothing.
Yeah.
But if you have any pussy, I'd like to hang out with you.
Anybody got any pussy? Get in touch with Rich for the Rich Cronin Hope Foundation.
Yeah, because
Rich Cronin, good guy, man.
Thank you.
Glad I got to meet you. Kid Chris always tells me about you. Said you're a great guest. And
Kid Chris is a great guy.
He's a good friend of mine
Really
too.
supports me.
Yeah, nice guy.
Great.
And you're a good guy, and
Thank you.
we support you now too.
Awesome.
Rich Cronin's album, $1 Billion Sound, available at richcronin.net. We'll be back right after these words.
Thank you.
Rich,
Hey.
how'd it go, man?
I think I'm going to be in a lot of trouble now.
Why's that?
I don't know. They kept questioning me, and whenever I'm in radio interviews, I feel really comfortable. And I don't realize that there's millions and millions of people listening to me. So I went into the Jennifer Love Hewitt thing a little too much.
You think so?
Yeah.
Think she'll be pissed?
Yeah, I do.
Told the truth, though, right?
Yeah, I could have went on. There's so much to tell.
Yeah,
I don't know if I should have
you have a
told
book
it.
inside you.
I don't know if I should have told it. I'm really regretting that now.
Really?
Which part?
The Jennifer Love Hewitt stuff.
Oh, come on, dude. It's fine. Listen. You sound like you really liked her a lot, but she really sort of screwed you over, and
Yeah.
don't feel bad about it.
All right, man.
I'm sure that next week I'll have another guy at home have a similar story, and you won't.
I'm sure there's lots.
You
of
won't
guys.
be on the hook for it. But you were great.
Thank you very much.
So you had a good time in there?
I had the best. I mean, it was surreal because I didn't get to tell him, but I watched the show since whenever it came on the air, 2006.
Yeah.
I watched it from that day it came on TV. I ordered it.
Awesome.
And I was sick, I couldn't do anything, so I've watched this shit. You guys, I know all you. Lisa G, Ronnie, I know all of you. And now I'm in the room. It was just really surreal.
Cool, man.
It was nuts.
All right, dude. Thanks for stopping by today. And
Thank
good
you
luck. Senator, good morning.
How are you?
Good. How are you doing today?
Good when I'm looking to the cam.
So, you excited to be back on the show today?
Try to come back on the show? Yeah.
What are you going to be talking about with Howard? Just politics?
Oh, I said think about 20 minutes.
What's that?
What are we going to talk about? About 20 minutes.
About 20 minutes?
Maybe 30. I'll let Howard ask. I'll let him ask the questions, since I know he likes to run his show.
What do you think he's going to want to talk about with you?
Oh, he'll want to talk about Obama. He'll want to talk about my primary race. He'll want to talk about what trouble I got in voting for the stimulus. He'll want to talk about card check and changing the baseline on union representation. He'll want to talk about sex. He'll want to talk about girls. He'll want to talk about anything that comes into his mind, which is a broad horizon.
And you're ready for it all, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, we'll see you in there.
I know. I've been on the show before. I know what to expect.
Senator Arlen Specter is here, a United States Senator. How often do we see one of those around here? Because we have questions, too. Just because we're idiots doesn't mean we can't ask political questions. We know what we want to ask. Just because we're a little dopey doesn't mean we don't have something to say.
Hey, look, we are the electorate. It's not smart people.
We represent the majority of people in the United
right.
States. We represent the... There's my senator. There you go. Looking good. How are you, Senator? An honor to have you here once again. Let me clean my hands.
Great pleasure. Hi.
Don't
pleasure.
shake the senator's
Senator,
hands with dirty
how are you?
hands.
Senator, when you are a senator, do you have to always wear the American flag pin? A lot of guys, I feel pressured into it. You have to wear it. It's almost like a prerequisite.
When did that start? Because it
Howard,
wasn't always.
The answer is no.
Right.
But I've been wearing it since 9/11.
Excellent.
We're at war, and I think it's a good thing to wear. I have the option of wearing my Senate button or the American flag.
Wear
and,
the flag.
I prize the American flag more highly than my Senate button. You can tell that from my voting record.
We have a million questions for you because we were talking. We don't know much about politics. We're not. We represent the American people. We don't know anything.
Come on, Howard. I've been on the show before.
We don't know a lot. But how is your health and how are you feeling, first of all?
I'm delighted to say my health is excellent.
Yes.
I've had a couple of bouts with chemotherapy.
Again, since I last saw you.
Well, yeah. I had a recurrence of Hodgkin's last year and got through chemotherapy.
Was it hell?
Yes.
And yet you went to work every day.
That's right. It was easier to go to work every day than to sit home and feel sorry for myself.
Let me ask you.
The hard part, Howard,
yes,
was when I got bald and I was on TV a lot with a confirmation hearing of Chief Justice Roberts and Justice Alito, and I started to get more fan mail or more mail about my hairstyling than public policy. People wrote me and said I should shave my head and become a sex symbol, but I didn't do that for two reasons, Howard. One, my wife was opposed, and with a reason like that, I didn't need another, but secondly, I wasn't qualified.
Isn't it frustrating, though, sometimes, we're joking around, but isn't it frustrating that sometimes people are more caught up in whether or not what your hairstyle is as opposed to anything you might believe politically?
Well, frustrating in a sense, but your health brings up a lot of sympathy. It's a very personal thing because so many people have health problems, and so many people have Hodgkin's or one malady or another.
But how do you keep your mind on work? We'd be consumed with whatever we felt, and how bad life was and why did this happen to me and, sitting around whining and feeling sorry for ourselves.
Yeah, we're a bunch of women. We really do. We complain.
Well, the answer to that is when you go into the Senate and you're chairman of the Judiciary Committee, and Senator Biden, who, by the way, is a very, very good friend of mine, now Vice President Biden, has 30 minutes to question Roberts, and he spends 26 minutes before he lets Roberts say anything, and then Roberts starts to talk and he interrupts him, and I have to let the witness answer. That's a great distraction.
I see.
No matter how bad the chemotherapy is, sometimes your fellow senators are more distracted.
But you're going to run for re-election, right?
Sure I am.
So at this point, with your health, you've done it all, you've been there, Why not take some time off and relax? I'm being serious now. Have you ever
What are
sat
you
down with your
relaxing
wife?
into?
Well, yeah. I mean,
well, I am taking time off. Here I am, Howard. I'm relaxing.
You're here. You call this relaxing?
Is this
I'm
relaxing?
for the whole hour.
Wow.
I'll tell you why I'm running, Howard. Give you a serious answer, and that is that there are a lot of problems.
Yeah.
You take a look at what's happening today with nuclear weapons.
Right.
And-
This maniac over in North Korea.
Okay, and you got
And Iran.
you got some in Iran, and I've got grandchildren.
Right.
And I've been in the Senate now. I'm finishing up on 30 years next year.
Right.
And I've met with the real menaces of the world. Went to see Muammar Gaddafi a couple of years ago.
Yes.
Went to visit Hugo Chavez not too long ago. Went to Fidel Castro. Met Saddam Hussein, Hafez al-Assad.
Now me. Hey, look.
Wow. Your list is really
Well,
amazing.
The point is that experience, I think, is helpful.
Right.
And
You've got seniority. You've done some things. You've seen some people.
Well, you know what? You have to sit and think.
Yeah.
All right, you've been there for 30 years. Do you think the country's gotten better or worse over the time you've been there?
I think that it's still on the upward climb.
You do. You're optimistic.
Notwithstanding all the problems, I'm very bullish on the future of America.
Now, you voted, and I admire you for this. You were one of the few Republicans that crossed over and voted for the president. You stuck with him. You see that he's an intelligent guy. And you don't always vote. If you see something reasonable, you will not always vote along party lines. I admire this. You're not stuck in your ways.
Howard, I didn't vote for the president. I voted for America.
Right.
I voted for America because I believe that the economic situation is so perilous that we could have a 1929 depression.
That's right.
But are there people you must see in your own party who would like to see the country get worse just because it would politically serve their purposes?
That crackpot Rush Limbaugh. Creep.
Right? I never attack prominent radio personalities like
Come
Howard
on,
Stern,
let's go.
Like Howard Stern or anybody else, or people who buy.
You okay with Limbaugh? You like him?
Do I like Rush Limbaugh?
Limbaugh, yeah.
Yeah, I like him.
You do?
Yeah.
You met with him?
Yes, I have.
Is he a
Then you've met
crackpot?
with another nemesis.
No, he's not a.
He's an enemy of the country.
No, he's not. He's expressing his opinion.
He wants the president to do poorly. Wait a second.
Howard, I once
Senator.
heard someone who criticized you.
Well, you don't see him around anymore, do you? Don't ask where he went. Senator, wait a second. In all seriousness, he wants the president to do poorly? Listen, I never voted for Bush, but I always wanted to see him do well. I'm an American. I want my president to be successful. Who says I don't want my president to do well? That's anti-America.
I haven't heard Rush Limbaugh say that, but there's a lot of talk which is provocative.
Yes.
There's a lot of comment. You fellas, and I know this doesn't apply to you, Howard. Of
course not.
Probably doesn't apply to Rush.
Right.
But some of these talk show guys want to attract an audience.
Oh.
I don't want to do that.
Is that what they're up to?
The more provocative, the more
That's
audience,
true.
the more
But
the more ratings,
But
the
do
more
you
money.
see
But
it
we are
where it
Americans.
wouldn't be good, like in the Senate, where people are saying, you know what, let's try to, make this guy stumble. Let's try to keep a logjam going. Let's keep the country in a quagmire, stalemate, so that in another 4 years we'll get elected.
Well, I think in the heart of hearts, most Americans, not all, would like to see the country succeed and would like to see President Obama succeed.
That's why I like that you voted, and you said you made up your opinion. You didn't get swayed by everyone in your party. You're a free thinker, and that's what we need. I like it. I'm applauding you. That's all I'm saying.
Well, it's brought me a primary campaign. Mr. Toomey was going to run for governor. Now he's going to run for the Senate. So,
the guy running against you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, listen, some people got mad at you because you didn't vote lock and step with the Republican Party.
Well, and what is going on with the Republican Party? Is Rush the leader of the party, or is it that other guy?
And why are you not the leader of the party?
I don't think you can really identify with precision a leader. If you had to pick somebody, I think you'd pick Senator McCain. presidential candidate last time, and until we have another one, I think that John's the titular head of the party.
Yeah, I like him. And you know, the question is, now that Bush is out of office, should he be tried for war crimes? Do you think that President Bush knew that there were no weapons of mass destruction? I happen to believe he did. He knew that there were no weapons. I think it was pushed on the Senate. It was pushed on the Congress, on the American people. We were lied to.
What was going on there? Do you feel, as a senator, you were given erroneous information?
Definitely.
Right.
Listen, Colin Powell, Secretary of State Powell,
right. Yes,
whom we all had a lot of confidence in, went out and pushed the CIA reputedly very, very hard, and came back and appeared in the United Nations Forum and said there are weapons of mass destruction.
And that went a long way with all of us.
Yeah.
Well,
because
sure
we trusted
did.
him.
He was a person whom we thought would have sufficient intelligence and perseverance and know-how to get the facts.
So do you feel you were intentionally given erroneous information?
No, not intentionally, but definitely given erroneous information.
So there's no fault. We are in this mess, and it's nobody's fault?
You could blame the analysts who were wrong. Listen, had we known Saddam did not have weapons of mass destruction, we wouldn't have gone into Iraq.
You bet.
We wouldn't have done that.
What was the point? We were doing well in Afghanistan. That was the mission.
Well,
and
I don't think the guys in the CIA were malicious and gave us deliberately wrong information.
You don't think Bush and Cheney knew that this was a bit of a hoax? That they had to push us? And I think Bush always had it in for Saddam Hussein since the old man, got and mixed it up with him. I really believe that.
I do not believe that our leaders, the president, the vice president, deliberately and maliciously led us down the wrong path.
So we're not going to have a cool trial or anything like that?
Nobody's
Never.
going to jail.
No one's going to jail.
Well,
we can't waterboard Cheney.
You can't try somebody for being wrong.
Are you into waterboarding at all? Do you like that? I like it. I think I like it.
I would like to waterboard Cheney.
Yeah.
I'm opposed to waterboarding. I voted against it.
Yeah.
I worked hard and still am on the issue of expansion of executive authority.
Right.
And I don't sanction torture at all.
Do you think the Bush presidency was a good presidency overall, or do you think that he will go down in history as a bad president?
I think it is too soon to tell. Remember that when Truman left the White House, he was considered a colossal failure. Now he's considered one of the best
greats.
Presidents. When Gerald Ford pardoned Richard Nixon, it cost him the election.
And I think he was one of the best presidents.
Well, and now...
And that was a great decision.
Now they say it was a good decision.
That is viewed as a great act.
That's true.
In American history.
So you think Bush might, in history, go down as a great president?
Well, what would the legacy be?
Well,
what did he do?
He has the potential, if Iraq turns into a democracy,
right?
If Afghanistan can be saved as a democracy, that will be an enormous accomplishment.
It's true.
But he wouldn't have done it. He would have just created the situation where we had to go into these places.
No, President Bush always articulated an idea of spreading democracy. And if you spread democracy to countries like Iraq and Afghanistan, it'd be a gigantic achievement.
Well, they can build monuments to him.
When you met privately with him, did you find him to be an intelligent guy? Or do you think,
absolutely.
Do you think Cheney was pulling the strings there?
Oh, no.
No way.
No, absolutely. I had a situation once where we were creating legislation on the Director of National Intelligence, and I wanted the guy to have control over all the intelligence agencies, and I wanted to put language in of direct. And it was at the end of the term in October, about to break, and they sent Tom Ridge, who was the head guy on Homeland Security,
right.
And I wouldn't budge. Cheney called me up, and I wouldn't budge. And I said, well, if you tell me that the president will back this up when we come back, I'll relent. And support the bill. And Vice President Cheney said to me, "I can't speak for the president, Senator. No way. You want that assurance? Call the president." And I did. And
he convinced you.
Huh?
He was a convincing guy, a bright guy on the phone.
Well, I saw a lot of him personally.
Yes.
During 2004, when we were both on the ticket, he came to Pennsylvania more than 40 times. And up close, he was with it. He was communicative.
I feel he vacationed too much. He took too many vacations.
I was going to say, what about his work ethic?
I never thought he was into the job. I know Ronald Reagan had a relaxed.
Could you find him in the office?
I know that Ronald Reagan had a relaxed viewpoint. He took that Camp David. They got to get rid of that Camp David. You agree? I agree. It's got to be gone.
Did he agree?
Absolutely not.
Wait a second.
He needs to talk.
What, are you kidding me? These guys get seduced by this Camp David. When you finally get to be president, if you had the chance to be president, you're going to go to Camp David or you're going to get into the job? At least get into the job. Enough with Camp David.
That red telephone follows him everywhere. Listen.
Yeah.
In the time George Bush was in office, he turned gray.
He did.
Howard, I've known you for more than a decade. And you haven't turned gray at all.
I have a few grays. Believe me. You work around here, you'll get some gray.
I'm about 15 feet from you, or 12 feet.
I have a couple, and I don't dye this hair. This is all natural.
Well, okay, if you have a couple, George Bush has a head full.
He does.
So maybe you haven't been on the job, Howard.
Yeah, well, I have. I've been right here. You know, it's
Where's your red telephone, Howard?
It's here. It's here. Listen to me. When you're a senator, is it a very cool thing? I heard the cafeteria is unbelievable. Like, unbelievable food. Great stuff. And also, the other thing I want to know, is it very cool? Like, do they come and brief you every day and give you top secret stuff that no one knows? I mean, are you sitting here right now and know stuff that we don't know?
Yeah, I do, but it'll be in the Washington Post tomorrow morning.
Is that true? Yeah. Is nothing a secret in Washington?
Virtually nothing.
Who leaks this stuff?
Wait a minute.
Kept secret.
You think the president doesn't know things that we don't know? Come on, somebody's got to have secrets.
Well, of course the president knows things that we don't know. When I was chairman of the Intelligence Committee in the 104th Congress, 1995 and 1996, and I had access to a lot of CIA information, I found that the director of the CIA did not know things that were being kept from him.
Wow.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
That's a fact.
So right now you're sitting here. You maybe when was the last time you were briefed on important matters of the country?
10 days ago.
So you learned some things in that meeting, right?
Well, I did, and I read about it in the Post the next morning.
You did everything, or do you know something right now that's so cool? I mean, that's so wild, but we can't know about it.
No.
You do not?
No.
You would tell me, wouldn't you?
No.
You would not?
If I knew something that fit that description, I would not tell you.
Listen.
But I wouldn't tell you that I didn't know if I did know.
Interesting. Carly Simon was here. She told me who You're So Vain was about, the song. You could certainly tell me a few things that are cool, and I won't leak it. I promise you.
Well, he'll tell you who the song is about if you tell him a story.
That's right.
Actually, Howard will forget Howard will forget what you say to him.
That's true, too. I forgot who You're So Vain is about. I can't even mean it. Gay marriage. Are we for it or against it? I'm for it. I don't care who gets married to who.
Let's get this off the table.
Listen, I know sometimes in politics you got to say what these, kooks all, they're all sitting and worry. I think two guys getting married, I don't care. I don't care. Let them be married. What do you think?
I believe that gays ought to have all of the rights to health care, immigration, but the act of marriage I would reserve for a man and a woman.
Really? Do you feel pressure to say that? I mean, secretly, do you lay down at night and go, you know what, I don't give a rat's ass, but I got to say this because these religious kooks won't vote me back in?
Well, I believe that the institution of marriage is different. We had it come up in the Senate. The vote was, as I recollect, 86-14 in favor of not a gay marriage, but
civil union.
But most of the people of the 84 who voted that way said health benefits, yes. I had a question. I was at Muhlenberg College last Friday,
right,
and a woman said that a gay couple couldn't get immigration in. Would I look into that? And I said, yeah. I think a gay couple ought to have the same rights to break somebody through on immigration.
Yeah, why not? Who cares?
Wait a minute. Here's the deal, because civil union doesn't work. When gay couples wind up in a situation where one of them is hospitalized or is incapable of conducting their own affairs at a certain point, the other party is kept away from them if they're in that situation where only family members can come in.
Well, that can be handled by authorization and the power of attorney.
Yeah, but, sometimes people don't think of these things. And a married couple, they just walk right through.
What about adoption?
Well, yeah, but then, again, sometimes people don't have the money for these lawyers. If you can just get married, you can walk through.
Hey, never mind that. How you doing with your investigation of the New England Patriots? Anything going on there?
The New England Patriots?
That's right.
Let me come back to your point on the gays. We could legislate, pass laws to give gay couples all the rights of married couples, so that they could get into the hospital and they wouldn't have to have lawyers. Yeah, but that's going to
go point by point by point when marriage would just take care of all of it.
Well, no, you could pass a law. This is a state matter. This is not a federal matter. Marriage, divorce, family matters are handled by the states. The state could pass a law that a gay marriage will entitle them to all of the benefits of a heterosexual marriage. But on to the New England Patriots.
Right.
Because we got to get them in line.
Well, they didn't win the Super Bowl last year.
That's right.
And there was no evidence that they had hidden cameras on the sidelines to illegally find out what the other team was doing.
You are a very big Eagles fan, am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes, so you were pretty pissed. You don't want to hear anybody getting an advantage in a game over...
because they're looking at others'
That's right.
signals.
An Eagle fan and the Steelers fan.
Right.
The Patriots beat the Eagles by 3 points in the Super Bowl in 2005. They beat the Steelers.
Right.
Well, a couple of months before they had lost to them, and there was evidence that they had illegally obtained their plays, and I think we put a stop to it.
I think you did.
Yeah.
I think you did. I think you truly did. Now, what are you thinking with this pot, the marijuana? I think it's going to be legalized. I think it almost is. State by state, they got this legal marijuana. And guys I know who are getting legal marijuana, believe me, nothing wrong with them. There's nothing wrong with them.
Howard,
I'll give you a few names.
I'm about to hand you a subpoena, Howard.
Good, thank you. Okay, I'll testify.
You want names?
I would testify. I'm not a pot smoker. I don't smoke weed. Makes me paranoid. Did you ever try it? Did you ever say to yourself, I got to smoke a little of this marijuana?
No.
No?
Never.
No.
All you do is drink?
I drank martinis.
Never tried acid? Never tried hash oil? None of this crazy stuff? Nothing?
I was in Nepal in 1972. I made a trip for the Peace Corps on the National Advisory Council of the Peace Corps, and I went to Palau, where a Peace Corps lawyer was tying up the United States Air Force on a base they wanted. He was advising Palau on their constitution.
Right.
And I went to Palau to try to mediate the dispute. And I said to this general, General, I'm the DA of Philadelphia. He didn't like the fact that this lawyer being paid by the United States was harming what he thought was national defense. I said, listen, I prosecute murderers, and they're defended by lawyers who are paid by the state. And a lawyer is supposed to represent his client and not represent the United States when the client has contradictory interests.
Right.
And I solved the problem. The general let him go. Now, the point, coming back to your point, I was in Nepal en route, and pot was legal.
Go ahead. I think you're ready to admit something.
And we're sitting around a campfire,
Right.
all the Peace Corps volunteers, and they were smoking marijuana. And here was a chance to smoke marijuana legally.
Now, I'm surprised.
And I turned it down.
Why?
Because I don't want to submit my body to a temptation which I might not be able to control.
And you don't have a secret family in Nepal? Nothing crazy happened there where you took up with a woman and there's no specters running around in Nepal?
No, I had my wife with me.
Yeah, you did.
She's in the outer.
And she didn't try the
today.
marijuana? I'm surprised.
No.
Could have spiced up a little of the marriage? You never know. I mean, who knows what
Our
might have happened?
marriage is so spicy.
Is it?
So spicy.
Still as
you
good.
couldn't, up the spice
Are
content.
you serious?
Well, you were going to ask about the Obamas.
No. You think the Obamas are spicy? They present like they're doing it every night.
You made a comment about how spicy Joan was when she was here about a decade ago.
That's true.
Do I think the Obamas have a spicy marriage?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
You do. You get that feeling.
Well, I've met Michelle, Mighty Michelle, on a couple of occasions.
Yes.
We were
attractive woman.
We were We were invited to the Super Bowl party.
Yes.
The congressional delegations of the Pennsylvania with the Steelers and Arizona, we met him in Philadelphia. They came through earlier after he was elected, and when you see him walk into the helicopter holding hands, I think it's for real.
You think it's genuine? Sometimes it's put on for show. The Clintons sometimes walked around holding hands, and you question what the hell.
Well, he was trying to keep Hillary from hitting him.
I never saw the Clintons holding hands.
Yeah, right. So you feel it's a good marriage. You know, when you're in the Senate, you must see weird things. Do you think any of the senators are like swingers or something, like a dark secret like that? Do you ever see any evidence that some of them are up to shenanigans
like our
with each
governor?
other? Do you ever think any senators getting it on with another senator? You hear gossip.
Yeah, I've seen the way they vote, but I don't like it.
But wait a minute. During all those hearings with, about Bill Clinton's escapades with Monica Lewinsky, there were a lot of guys who had their mistresses in the audience.
That's true.
Oh, none that I know about. And if you have a liberal view of the world, it's not my business who's in the audience.
Right. You support I'm with you on this. You support giving loans to the failing auto companies. I had to think long and hard about this.
Well, I'm about near the end of my tether on that.
Right.
I think
you don't think much more, huh?
Well, no, I don't. I think that the bailout package has been a failure overall. They started off with toxic debt, abandoned that, forced banks to take money. I voted against the release of the second $350 billion.
Right.
Because neither Paulson under Bush nor Gethner under President Obama have been successful. And I think if they don't shape up at this stage, it's going to end. They're going to be going into bankruptcy.
Have you spoken to Senator Kennedy? After all, you've gone through a cancer thing. He's going through a cancer. Did you call him personally and say you did? Are you friendly with him?
Oh, very friendly.
And you said to him what? I mean, did you give him some? You more than anyone can tell him what's going on.
I asked him how he was feeling.
Yeah.
And congratulated him on coming in on critical votes.
Right.
And talked to him about legislation on health care. We're on the Judiciary Committee together, done a lot of work on immigration together, a lot of work on health care. And I've been in the Senate now 29 years and have gotten to know him very, very well. He's a legend in his own time.
Right. But you can't bring up his health to him, can you? You can't give him words of advice about cancer, can you? Unless he asks.
Or does he ask you?
Well,
maybe he doesn't want to talk about it.
I sent him a copy of my book, Never Give In. Which,
you did. That's a good book.
I sent it a copy to everybody in the Senate with a personal inscription, and mine, Ted Kennedy, was a little different.
That's true. What did you say?
I said, talked about my respect and admiration for his long career in the Senate, what he's done on education and health care and immigration. I've co-sponsored legislation with him. When he first wanted to push legislation on hate crimes, I was the only Republican who would support him on hate crimes, and it was Kennedy Specter.
Right.
And we've co-sponsored a lot of legislation together over the years.
Is it possible for Republicans and Democrats to work together anymore? Is that lost art?
Senator Specter's doing it.
Well, he's one of the few, Howard.
Yeah, he is one of the few.
Is it possible? The answer is yes. Is it done enough? The answer is no.
And what are we going to do about this?
There's too much party line voting, and we need more independent judgments on these critical issues to try to solve them.
Right. So what are you doing in New York? Are you doing anything beside our show? Are you going around all the shows or what?
I'm raising money.
Oh, is that right?
I've got to raise.
What do you need?
$30 million.
Give it to him.
$30 million.
And I have to raise it in small sums.
Oh.
So
you need it for the campaign.
I need it for the campaign to be reelected. Citizens for Arlen Specter, Washington, D.C.
So you can go to a website at specter2010.com.
Right.
So what's the most a guy like me can contribute to your campaign?
$4,800.
I'll send you some dough. If you're looking for, you want me to write a check or what?
Yeah. Citizens for Arlen Specter. Howard, I have to get 50,000 contributors.
Mm-hmm.
Governor Rendell and I have a lot of the same friends.
Right.
And one of our friends, Annenberg's, Walter Annenberg.
He's got plenty of dough.
And Mrs. Annenberg, and they can contribute very large sums of money and do to Governor Rendell.
Right.
Mrs. Annenberg asked me what was the most, she wanted to know what's the most she could contribute, and I said the most you can contribute is $2,400. I can say this, the most anybody can contribute is $2,400 in a primary, $2,400 in a general for $4,800.
Right.
And Mrs. Annenberg doesn't write checks that small.
She didn't know what you were talking about.
What are you talking about?
So, are you getting shoes?
Isn't that the worst part of being a senator?
Yes.
I mean it's got to be terrible. It's like all of a sudden you go from this sort of mighty position where and I know you're really dedicated to the job and you want to help people. And then all of a sudden you got to walk around with your hand out and ask people for money. It's got to be the worst feeling in the world.
It is awful.
Yeah.
And but it is necessary.
Right.
And I'm here in New York raising money, and I go all around the country to California, and I do town meetings all across Pennsylvania.
That's very draining. I could never
when do you
do
have
it.
time to be a senator?
I would just give up.
Well, I've favored, Senator Durbin and I have legislation in which would change the way campaigns are financed.
What would you like to see? What do you want to see happen?
Well, I'd like to see senators and people in public life out of the business of raising money for a couple of reasons.
So how would it work? Would it be
you
like
have a fund
you have
or
a fund, you get the same amount of money as your opponent, and that's it. Boom, that's it.
That's all.
Wow.
So stop this runaway campaign.
The only problem
money,
is, what do you do with these guys who come in like Nudniks, who are like third and fourth party candidates, who really are just looking for some sort of attention?
You have to show a certain level of support that people are willing to support you.
Okay.
To try to separate the line.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a lot of public skepticism about money being important in politics.
Right.
Influential. And it takes a lot of time. And I think the country would be better off without it.
How much money do you think it would take? If you could just pass a law today, how much money should you be given to run for United States Senator if you could just change the whole system? No more donations, everybody equal playing field. What do you need to get your message out there?
A couple of $1 million would be, a few $1 million would be sufficient, depends upon the state size.
Right.
But part of it ought to be some help on public service. But it wouldn't take, if the other person doesn't have more, it would level the playing field and be beneficial.
That'd be pretty good. So it takes about 50 mil to run for senator. And how you doing so far?
Said 30.
Oh, 30. So how you doing so far? How much have you raised? Do you know?
Yeah, I know.
How much?
I've
what
got,
do you got?
Almost $7 million in the bank.
You got $7 million.
Yeah.
We got a long way to go. We got to go uphill on this.
Long way to go. Yep.
Jeez. All right. I hear what you're saying.
It depends how far we have to go, Howard, as to how strong your endorsement's going to be when I finish, and how much your listening audience will send Arlen Specter, Washington, D.C.
No, this is an important thing. I need a friend in the Senate. I mean, it's I love that you come and do the show. I'm sending a check. That's what I'm doing. I'm going to do my part. I'll get you reelected. What the hell am I going to do?
Okay. Now, what do you have to say to your listeners?
I'm telling them to do the same. Listen, we all do the same thing. We vote in a block.
Yeah, I just got the bold because he got it, so I'm definitely going to give to you.
What kind of phone do you got? What kind of cell phone are you using? You got a BlackBerry? Really? I'm serious.
Sure.
You do?
Yeah.
You got a BlackBerry Bold?
I got a Verizon.
I got BlackBerry Bold. It's the top of the line BlackBerry, and I think you should get one too.
Yeah, you got AT&T. See, I'm like the senator.
We can instant message each other.
I have Verizon.
Oh, you have Verizon. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll instant message you. You'll see. You don't do any of that stuff. Do you go on the internet? Do you Twitter? Do you Facebook?
A little.
You Facebook?
I'm on Facebook, yeah.
No kidding.
Yeah.
When you say you're on it, I mean you personally are on it, or you get your people on it?
Yeah, no, I've been on it.
Do you hate it? It's nonsense, right?
No, it's not nonsense.
It's the same jerks you meet in public. I mean, it's the same dopey.
People you're trying to avoid.
The dopiest comments. You finally get home away from these nuts, and then all of a sudden they're on your Facebook.
It's part of America.
Yeah.
My principal line of activity, I subscribe to Major League Baseball on the cable, and I watch the Phillies wherever they're playing.
Right. Well, listen, I meant to tell you, I like this. You're one of the backers of the flat tax. I think that's great. Why don't they have flat tax?
It should. I have always advocated that anything that everybody has to do should be simple.
It would be so
we
easy.
We shouldn't have to hire people to comply with a law that everybody has to follow.
Senator, why is it so difficult to get this done?
Because it's a radical step.
Right.
I've advocated it for more than a decade. You can fill out your tax return on a postcard in 15 minutes. And two professors at Stanford, Hall and Rabushka, have laid out the whole blueprint. But it's hard to get past because it's so different.
But yet so simple and make people's lives easy.
Would save billions of dollars.
Absolutely.
On compliance.
Yeah.
Right.
Would eliminate a lot of the Internal Revenue Service, a lot of the bureaucracy.
Yeah, I'd like to see them go.
I saw Steve Forbes on Fox News.
He's always
a big proponent
tax,
of that, Steve Forbes. He's been pushing for that whole thing. But he's not getting anywhere. No one's getting anywhere. That's the problem.
It was his primary platform, and he got nowhere.
That's right. Let's, want to take 2 or 3 phone calls? Or you dare?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, no, calls are fine.
You're a brave man.
We don't take calls.
All right, let's go to Ken. I'll pop down some phones. You're on with Senator Arlen Specter. If you're a supporter, you go to Specter2010.com. I'm going to go on there. I'm going to
definitely. I hope you comply. You know, you say a lot of things.
I say a lot of things and I don't do them. But I'm going to really try and follow through on this one. I really mean it, if I may say so. Yes, go ahead, Ken.
My respect for your service, Senator, and for your fight against cancer and everything else. My sincere respect.
Thank you.
I do not like what you stand for one bit, and I believe I stand and speak with, not for, but with millions and millions of Americans who think that the Republicans that you so well represent put us in this dark, deep hole that we don't begin to know how to crawl out of. And I personally think you're the poster child for campaign reform that should limit senators to one term. Let's have
one time. I don't agree with that.
Wait a second.
What if somebody, wait a second, we got Bloomberg here in New York, for example. He's not a senator, obviously he's the mayor. But the guy's so competent, why would we want to get rid of him?
Listen, he says he's talking to Lenore Annenberg. She died 6 months ago. The ambassador 7 years ago. So is that who he's talking to?
No, listen. Listen. How do you handle that when people say to you the Republicans are responsible for everything bad going on right now? Answer
well,
this guy.
I say they're wrong.
Right.
I say that there are, you can't make that kind of a generalization. And we've got a lot of very solid thinkers in the Republican Party. The Republican Party traditionally has a duty to be the loyal opposition. They have to do it responsibly.
Right.
And I think that I'll speak for myself. If Ken has some objection, let him be specific. And let's talk about it.
Well, the point is that...
Yeah, he's painting you with the Republican brush, not your particular votes or activities.
I don't mind being painted with the Republican brush if he's specific as to what Republicans have done that he doesn't like. I don't believe in these generalizations in a big, black, tarring brush. Got something to say? Let's hear it.
Corrado, you're on Philadelphia.
Hey, Howard. Hey, Senator Specter.
Hello.
It's a pleasure speaking to you. You've contributed, you've helped a lot of the Philadelphia area, Delaware County, with jobs.
Did he specifically help you out?
Yeah, I work for Boeing, and he's supported us and got us work from the government. And now we have a contract, a CSAR contract that's coming up that Obama wants to put the kibosh on. I was wondering if you know anything about that and where it's going.
Any comment on that?
Which contract is that?
That's a CSAR. That's a search and rescue helicopter for Boeing.
You're talking about the helicopter that comes up like a helicopter and then flies forward with its fixed wing?
No. That's the V-22 Osprey.
Yeah.
This is the search and rescue for the Air Force.
Yeah. I have helped Boeing. They're right in the Philadelphia suburbs in Leicester.
Right.
But it's a balance as to what is good for national security.
Right.
Jobs are a factor, but the dominant factor is whether the military equipment is a good expenditure of taxpayers' money.
Let me change the subject. Final question. Don't you think McCain was done in once he picked Palin? Bad choice, right? Should have chose you. Should have gotten one of these top people with a brain in their head. I don't think that was a good choice.
That probably wasn't coming from him. That was not his choice.
I don't know who that came from. He should have fired whoever came up with the name Palin. I'll tell you that. I would. What do you think?
Well, I would not criticize Senator McCain for the selection he made. I do think that the final decision was Senator McCain's.
Right.
Because the nominee traditionally has the authority to pick the vice presidential nominee.
She was a lightweight.
He wouldn't have known about her.
She was a lightweight, though, right?
Well, no, I wouldn't say that she was a lightweight.
Come on.
You're so diplomatic.
This is. You are smiling. You can't even wipe the smile off your face.
I smile every now and then, especially when this beautiful woman is smiling at me.
That's Howard.
John McCain.
To call me a woman is insulting.
John McCain made a decision to help jumpstart his campaign.
Yes.
To bring somebody in who would ignite the base. And she created a tremendous amount of excitement. For example, shortly after she joined the ticket, I introduced them in Delaware County.
Yes.
A gigantic crowd, and she was a magnet. Now, when she faced a lot of specific, difficult questions, she was not able to respond like
you
Senator
would have.
Biden was,
right?
Who had been in the Senate for.
Of course.
30 years.
He's a seasoned pro.
Well, so she did not shine in that line, but it was a calculation and the judgment that John McCain made, and it didn't work out as well as he had hoped.
It was a miscalculation. Listen, I have met many senators, governors, mayors, and I find that people are very cynical when it comes to their public officials. I find a lot of these people like yourself very intelligent, well-spoken, caring. I think they want to do public service. They could have gone to the private sector, made a lot more money. I admire people like yourself. And I looked at someone like her and I listened to her, and I didn't think she was seasoned. I don't think she was tested. And I don't think she had that same level of confidence and statesmanship that a lot of you guys have.
She saw
and she didn't have
Russia from
there was
her front porch.
When you meet a seasoned pro like Senator Specter, you see these guys, they're top-notch guys. You see them on TV. They know how to handle the questions. There's a level of expertise.
But you can get that at home. You could, you could season yourself.
Well, listen, she was in over her head.
Seasoning takes time.
Right.
I was a district attorney for 8 years.
Yeah, you got a brain in your head.
I worked on the Warren Commission staff. I've been in the Senate, and you learn things.
Right.
They put Sarah Palin in immediately into very deep water.
She was a Goyish cup. You understand what I'm saying?
I don't think she was that.
You know what I mean. Senator knows.
She'd been the mayor of a small town. She was governor for a short time.
Right.
She had a Goyish cup. She didn't have a Yiddish cup.
No Yiddish cup. And you understand.
Cups are cups.
Cups are cups, and you do what you had.
She had a cup.
She had 34C cups. All right, listen. You can check out Senator Specter's website at specter2010.com. I encourage everyone to help out the senator. He didn't like going around asking for money, but
that's
listen,
a tough thing to do.
If you believe in him, you gotta pony up. That's what he's saying. This is the system, and this is what he's got to work with.
Right.
And that's that. Senator, great to see you. I understand your lovely wife is outside.
Joan is here.
And Joan is getting lectured as we speak. I was written on my computer that our program director is lecturing her on the detox diet.
Oh, boy.
The detox diet.
Get her out of here.
Do you know Robin is on a detox diet? She does colonics and enemas. Way too much, in my opinion.
Way too much. He doesn't even know what I do.
Where do you stand on colonics and enemas? I'm not into it.
Where do you stand? I think on those items, I wouldn't be standing.
You're not kidding.
That's right.
You don't like it? You don't like it, and I don't like it. The senator doesn't like what you're up to. But,
it's okay. I'm doing fine.
On a personal level, I worry about Robin.
It's not up for a vote.
She's into this colonics.
I'm into nutrition. That's what I'm into.
Listen, so's the senator, but you don't see him doing what you're doing. That's very severe.
I don't know.
With
you
the
don't
water.
Know. You didn't ask him.
It's unbelievable what she's up to. And now Tim's out there, who is a disciple of Robin's, lecturing your wife. Next thing you know, she'll be with the colonics and the animals.
I do want to detox the Senate. I want to detox the White House. We got to get some clear thinking going.
I'm betting on Joan.
Yeah, she'll be all right.
You let me get a hold of her.
Senator, it is a pleasure. You know I always love when you're here. You are honest. You come clean with all the answers. I feel this is the toughest room to answer political questions, even though we don't know anything. And
yeah, because the questions don't make sense.
You got a great listening audience. On the occasions when I've been on your show, I hear about it absolutely for months.
I know you do.
And people are very
you,
interested
what are you
in what you have to say.
Right.
And I tell them when I'm on the show, Howard Stern is clean.
I am. I pretty well behave. When you leave, though, I got to make up for it. There's going to be a lot of talk about women, sex, the whole thing. You understand, though. You know the business. All right, we're going to take a break. The great Senator Arlen Specter, website, specter2010.com. Thank you so much, Senator.
Thank you. Enjoyed it very much. Thanks.
Senator, a lot of hard-hitting questions in there today.
I would say that it was a thorough interrogation. I think had Howard Stern gone to Guantanamo, there would have been no questions raised about the propriety of the questioning, and all of the available information would have been gotten. So my next recommendation to the Department of Defense and Department of Justice is draft Howard Stern and send him to Guantanamo.
Now, were you pleased to hear that Howard said he's going to back you on your campaign and write a check, right?
Well, that part was delightful, and now I want to see how much sway he has with the millions of people out there. After I check the mail as a result of Howard's recommendation, I may not have to raise any more money. Just serve the public.
Let's cross our fingers and hope.
Yep.
All right, thanks for stopping by today.
It's great to...
The story keeps growing and growing and growing. And I was listening to the wrap-up show yesterday, and I thought Mad Dog was great on there. Mad Dog came in.
I was on the wrap-up show. I love the Mad Dog. I've always been a big fan of him. And I was on the wrap-up show, and I left I would have loved to have been there. He came in after I left. That would have been so great to mock the pitch with the Mad Dog.
Oh, it was so great.
Do you know what happened with the Mad Dog?
I'm going to tell you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Mad Dog came in, and he hadn't even seen the pitch. They showed it to him. And it was so great because I caught him right as he was leaving, and they go, Mad Dog, out of all the opening pitches you've seen, where does this one stand? And he goes, the worst. The worst. And
with that
Gary,
delivery.
Yeah, great delivery. And Gary goes,
he's the funniest.
Listen,
man.
What about Carl Lewis? He goes, I didn't see Carl Lewis. I saw you.
But in fairness to Gary, you have to see Carl Lewis.
Really?
Well,
he did an opening pitch?
It's the worst thing I've ever seen.
I have to tell you, yesterday, everyone was sending YouTube videos around of different opening day pitches. The three that stuck out in my mind, and you can go on YouTube and see these. Kim Kardashian was in high heels.
Oh, my.
I mean, get over the fact that it's annoying that she even throws out an opening pitch. She's nobody. Except a chick with a big fat ass that claims that somewhere, like, black guys dig an ass that big. I know a lot of black guys. They ain't digging that ass.
Well, she's got a black boyfriend.
I know, that's true. But
she found one.
Okay.
He's a multimillionaire football player.
Yeah, by the way, I mean, she was in high heels and threw the ball better than Gary. Then there is another YouTube video of a guy who essentially has some sort of bone disorder. I think we've had him on the show, quite frankly. And he's in a wheelchair. He's smaller than Eric the Midget. In other words, he has that same kind of bone dysfunction where he barely has arms and legs.
And hardly a torso.
In fact, Eric's way more functional than this guy.
Yeah.
He laid down in the field. His dream was to throw out the opening pitch. He did this in, I think, Chicago. And he lays down on the grass and rolls himself and threw the opening pitch dead on right to the catcher.
Yeah.
Right on to the catcher.
And he has to take his eye off of the plate to roll backwards away and then roll forward and throw.
I mean, you'll love it. I don't even know I don't know what he would look under on YouTube. I guess opening pitches, but it's really actually quite inspirational what this kid did. And
what's the third one?
The third one, let's see, was Kim Kardashian.
I know what the third one is.
What was the third one?
Believe me, I've studied this all day. The blind guy.
Oh, the blind guy.
A blind guy.
This blind guy goes out, and I'm talking about pitches from the mound right to the catcher. Now, I am not kidding you. I am not kidding you. The man is fully blind. I mean, not like partial sight. No, a blind gentleman. His dream was to throw out the first pitch. They talk to him ahead of time. They say they give him the general direction. The guy throws the ball. Bam! Right to the catcher.
From the mound.
From the mound.
Wow.
From the mound. I couldn't believe it. I said, Jesus Christ, poor Gary. Was your day horrible, or you just kind of let go of it? I mean, it was a beating yesterday.
I got to tell you, and I'm not lying about this, it got infinitely better when I walked out of here. In other words, like...
Really, my day got worse.
Here, that's all it is. When I leave here, listen, maybe people aren't saying anything, but, I mean, I did a lot of stuff yesterday, and it came up a couple of times, but it isn't every second of every movement.
No, but Gary, in here, at least we're saying it to your face. Right. Out there, people
They're just thinking and snickering.
I like it better out there, Artie.
All right, well, listen.
But do you know how the Mad Dog got on the show?
Yeah, Scott DePace brought him in.
Yeah, well, Gary had said to Tim he didn't want him in.
Yeah, Gary told Tim, it was really weird. Gary's telling me this story this morning. Tim said, I'm going to get the Mad Dog in there because he'd be perfect for this thing.
Yeah.
And Gary was like, no, we don't want him in there. It's not necessary.
Listen, we already got Dan Patrick calling in.
Dan Patrick was great.
John, I feel bad for Gary. I was listening earlier.
Bullshit.
I swear I do feel sorry for you, Gary, because I know that you beat yourself up. And when Ralph is making fun of you for something that may be construed as being manly, I understood Artie. And Artie had every reason to pounce on you. But I did feel bad for you because I know you were grinding too much. Typical you thought about it too much. But, Gary, when the first pitch goes out of the picture frame, I can't defend you.
And nor do I expect you to, Dan.
I know. I tried. I just said, I feel bad for him, but God awful. Awful.
Dan, would you do me? Can I ask you one tiny favor?
Yeah.
Could you not mention it in the SI column?
And by the way, it's my show, and if I can listen. If I didn't want the Mad Dog in because I knew he was just going to be doing all that, so Tim was like, "Fine, all right."
So meanwhile, Mad Dog walks in, and Gary finds out later. Scott DePace just
saw him in the hall.
He says, I thought that this would be a good guest for you. And Gary goes, Scott, all the years I know you, have you ever brought a guest in? Why today?
I love that.
Well, you know why I'm pissed off? I want to get a tape of that because when the Mad Dog...
I could play a little bit of it.
When the Mad Dog is mad at something, the Mad Dog... He can be so funny. I'll never forget the first time I ever heard him. It was like 1989 in the summer, and my cousin turned me on to him. Greg LeMond, I think, was the guy's name. He was a bike rider, like Lance Armstrong. He won the Tour de France. That's all he did, really. And he won Athlete of the Year from Sports Illustrated. And Michael Jordan had just won the MVP of the NBA and stuff. So the Mad Dog was going to Francesa. He keeps going, he rode a bike, Mike, for 3 weeks. 3 weeks he rode a bike. Michael Jordan's the MVP of the NBA. This guy's a moron. I can ride a bike for 3 weeks, Mike, through France.
Here's Mad Dog.
Now, will this kill all of his credibility in your eyes when it comes to sports, Chris?
Oh, yes, absolutely. And he's a decent sports fan. He's not bad.
No, he's a good sports fan.
Sports fan. But I can't take him seriously.
Come on.
All right.
Do the top one.
Mad Dog now watching Gary's pitch for the very first time.
Let me take a look at it. Oh, that's not you.
Here we go.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, no. With the number 9. Holy, that is not bad. That is pathetic.
It is pathetic. We agree.
You guys been on him all day?
All day. Are you kidding?
Howard been on him too?
Please, this is never going to end. Do you think this should end?
No, should not. Not with that kind of performance.
Does Artie have every right to break his balls over?
The second it left my hands.
I have had some issues first pitches too, but I've done it in minor league ballparks. I'm smart enough in a major league ballpark to make sure I get the ball over the plate. Yogi Berra's 80. He throws better than you.
He was on the grass.
Of the ones you've seen, where does this rank? Of the ones you've seen.
That's the worst I've ever seen.
Worst of Christmas.
That's when I tuned in. He goes, that's the worst I've ever seen. That's when Gary started to defend himself and say, "You haven't seen them all." And he goes, "Listen, you asked me out of the ones I saw that one. It's the worst."
I said to him, worse than Chris Rock? I haven't seen that one.
All right.
Worse than Carl Lewis? I haven't seen that one.
He saw yours.
How do you do that? How do you throw out a pitch like that?
I was thinking about this,
Everybody's busting his job.
I know. I was thinking about this, too. I said, the guy I want to interview is the sports psychologist that worked with Gary.
Yeah.
Because what did he tell Gary? Gary, what did the guy say to you?
I could probably get him on the phone.
Yeah, I've got a couple of people calling in today to comment on the pitch.
Oh, really? Who else?
Len Berman.
Great.
Johnny Damon from the Yankees.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And Ron Darling.
Oh, my
from the
goodness.
Mets.
How did you get Johnny Damon?
We brought in a guest producer.
I contacted the guys last night, and Will and Jason, and I guess they went to work on this. But,
you want me to come in and talk about what we talked about, or you want me to get him on the phone? I don't know if I can get him on the phone this early. I think I don't know where he is.
Get him on later, because I just want to say, what the hell? What did he say to you? I'm just kind of curious.
I'll come in.
All right. I mean, what does a sports psychologist say to somebody who's going to throw out a pitch?
They probably just try and find a way to get you to relax.
Yeah.
But I guess it didn't work.
Yeah. What was the general?
I don't know if
exactly
this
what he
guy
said
wants
to me,
to
because
come on.
I actually thought it was fairly good advice, but it wasn't. Like, even Lisa G talked to me about it. She said, did he tell you to focus, to not concentrate on the crowd? But we didn't talk about any of that.
What about what Oberman said? Just throw the ball over, aim over
aim
the
at
pitcher.
the catcher's head.
I'm aware. Those were all things that were on my mind. The sports guy said to me, he goes, "Okay, what's your worst fear?"
Right.
And I said, "My worst fear is that the ball goes exactly
what happened.
Exactly what happened." And he
Right.
goes, "Okay." He goes, "If that happens, then what's your worst fear?" I said, "Everybody makes fun of me." He goes, "Okay." I go, "Everybody thinks I'm less of a man." He goes, "Okay."
Right.
And then he goes, "Now, I've listened to the show for a long time." And he goes, "I know that you've had tragedy in your life." He goes, "Taking real tragedy in your life," he goes, "compared to what could happen," he goes, "where would you put those?" And I said, "Well, real tragedy in my life is like a 10.
Right.
And he goes, "Where would you put that if that happened?" I said, "Like a 2.
9.
Now it's more like a 5. But he said, listen.
So he tried to say,
in the grand scheme of things, what does it really mean? Just go out and do your best. And then he said, "You grew up as a kid. This was your dream." He goes, you always thought you're a big Met fan." He goes, "Embrace the fact that you're doing something great instead of focusing on the fact that you could do something wrong."
Then he's
none of it worked.
So he got Gary prepared for failure.
Can I ask you something, Gary? Is this the same guy who spoke to Ralph Branca before he pitched to Bobby Thompson?
Yeah.
I mean,
he's 90 years old.
Call me a bad psychologist. I would have sat Gary down and said, "Listen, asshole.